lab, Twitch stream glowing, formulas flashing, minds wide, knowledge flowing, equations on the board, numbers never sleep, teaching math and physics while them haters count sheep. Actual education, tune in and get schooled, flipping textbooks, breaking all the rules, from Newton to Einstein, concepts elevate. Keep the stream, it's the key to our fate. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice. Got the Pythagorean triangles about to flex, quantum theories on deck, breaking all the specs. Relativity theories, worlds getting small, grasp the universal laws, standing tall. From the atom to the cosmos, we rolling deep, grazing up the stars, no time to sleep. Black holes and supernovas, concepts we unfold, brain power heavy, yeah, that's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice.
What is up, everyone?
That's dope.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to get some vibey music for us as well. One sec. Let me get that started.
Yeah, we started with a banger.
That was a banger of a song.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was that first time you've heard that, right?
That was the first time.
Yeah. I told you that like one of the people in my server like went to one of those AI generation things. It's like Suno AI things, what it is, and they created the lyrics and then it created a song.
I dig it.
I dig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's got some pretty good things there. Oh, there we go. There's like the lo-fi hip hop. Yeah. Got a lo-fi hip hop going. And then let me start this on Discord.
Love a little lo-fi action.
You're the trap queen.
That's right.
You love trap. She's like, I like trap.
Trapaholic.
All right, let's see. Share screen. Oh, then I need to cast this one. One sec. Smooth vibes. AM PM radio.
Keep it locked in.
BBC One.
BBC.
All right, there we go. All right, and then here we'll watch that. Okay, so now you can see. You can see over there, and you can see. Yeah, what's up, Nick? Good to see you, bro. All right, there we go. Okay, got some music.
What's up?
How's the audio sound to you, Nick? Is the audio okay?
Very good.
Jesse,
Hello,
you
guest.
on the mic? Yeah.
Check 1, check 2.
Does that sound good to
Hello,
you?
Nick.
Nick, does that sound good, Nick?
Yes.
Nick's
Very
the
good.
kid that had the question about the dreams.
Mm-hmm.
He's the
I remember that question.
he's the dreams kid. Yeah.
that was-
We're excited to get to your question, Nick, about the dreams. Yeah. All right, let's see. Good. We're on
I will
Twitch.
be waiting.
You'll be awaiting the answers. Let me make sure that we're streaming on YouTube already. Oh wow, thank you, dude. Yes, I will drink. Yes, drink to that. Who just came in? Who was that? That was Sam, dude. What's going on, Sam? What's crack-a-lackin'? Yeah, cheers. Chin chin. It's Friday. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock here with the non-alcoholic Waterloo sparkling peach. Tasty.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan, actually. I like La Croix better for the bubbles. Like, I think the bubbles in Waterloo are too refined.
Oh, I prefer refined bubbles.
You probably like Perrier. Do you like Perrier?
Yes.
Perrier is like ultra fine bubbles, which for me is like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Disqualified.
You're a water sommelier.
Yeah, I'm a water sommelier. Nice. Okay, good. So we are live on that. That's working too. Did you just say? Oh, wait, what is that language there, Laz? I don't know what that language is. Is that Japanese again? You're speaking some interesting languages. All right, let's see if this is going. Good. Activate. Nice. All right, let's see. Test. Chat. Yes, good. All right, that popped up. And this one should be working too. Test Discord. Let's try it out. Test Discord. Oh, I don't want to log in right now. Well, let's try this. Test. Dun, dun. Yes. Okay. Cool. That comes in too. All right. Nice. We got everything working. Yeah. You're my first time having a guest here in person with my second microphone. Yeah. So that's the first time we've had. I've usually had to have like one microphone over here and then try to split it, but I don't tend to share mics very well. I'm kind of a hog, so I was like, let me get the guests like their own mic.
Exactly. There's lots of upgrades in the clubhouse.
Yes,
this time
in the closet. There are a lot of upgrades in the closet.
And it's also exactly 1 year.
Oh my God! Yes, dude, the coincidence of this. Literally, we had you on the podcast. We had you on the podcast a year ago.
Yeah,
I thought this was hilarious because, yeah, if I type in Jess, right here, March 7th, 2024, and here you are back March 7th, 2025. That's so cool.
That is. I love those synchronicities.
Yeah, we got the synchronicity going on today. Sam asked, what mic is it? It's the Blue Yeti. It's a Yeti. Yeah, just standard Yetis. I think it's like $70-$80 these days. They're not super expensive.
Nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth jazz. Yeah, crazy coincidence, right? Because I usually do these streams on Fridays, and so I was like, wait a minute, how is it the same day, but it's a year later?
It was a Thursday last time.
It was a Thursday.
Yeah.
I remember because then I went to Vegas the next day. That's what happened, and I had a wild Vegas time.
How you logged it in your mind. It's like,
Yes.
okay, before Vegas.
I was before Vegas, yeah. I was like, yeah, okay. But a lot of things in Vegas I don't remember, and I probably should remember, but...
We need an effect for that one.
Anyways, yes. Okay, so for those who don't know, this is the Golden Hour AMA podcast. So we do these streams every couple weeks as long as I can get guests. I'm very glad you came on. I'm super grateful for this.
I'm so grateful to be here. Gio is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Appreciate that. But yeah, we do these on Fridays as an opportunity for students to connect with people in various fields and ask them anything. That's what AMA stands for. People ask me what is the AMA? AMA stands for Ask Me Anything. So this is where students can ask whatever they want, really, within reason, of our guests, and get some insights into how life works. What skincare does she use? She's reflecting. Dang.
Oh, I'm using some. I think we got that question last time too.
Yeah, they love your skincare.
The skincare has changed since last time.
It might be this light too. I have her being blinded by this light.
No, I'm not too blinded. No, that is a little better.
Okay, that's a little bit better. All right.
On the retinas.
That in my eyes was I forget because usually no one sits here and it's just okay. But wait, what is your skincare though? What's your skincare? You do pride yourself on your skincare.
Yes, because there's just it's nice to take care of oneself in that way. It's this Primal Pure, I think is the brand. It's so it has tallow, which is cow fat.
Yeah, tallow is like cow fat. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
apparently it's an ancient secret for skincare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just doing, kind of the natural route.
Have you seen this thing where they put avocado literally in their hair?
Yes.
Yeah, like someone's taking a whole avocado and they're just running their hair through avocados, just raw avocados. To me, it's very curious. I'm just
yeah, that sounds like a little too much work for me.
That's too much. Wow, look, Christian in the chat. What's up? Says very excited for this episode. What's up, Christian? Good to see you, Christian. Yes, we're dig the lo-fi.
Yeah, he's a lo-fi guy.
He's a lo-fi guy. Wow, he likes the lo-fi. Christian, we could have you come mix music on the next one or something. You could be live here, just be
great idea.
in the mix. Yeah. I just told him
keep it locked in.
Keep it locked in. BBC One. But yeah, Jess is here, and we have a bunch of really cool questions from the students that we're going to go through. But let's start things off because we have a lot of new students in the server since you were last here.
Welcome.
A year ago. So if you want to give a quick little bio for our audience, who you are, what you do, and we'll jump into things.
Yeah, thank you so much. So my name is Jessica Roux. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I'm a trauma therapist primarily. I help clients reconnect to their bodies and their self-esteem following trauma, anxiety, depression, just because trauma by nature is too much too quickly. So it's a way to integrate that, take back our power, and sense of safety, so we don't have all this survival physiology looping. And I can talk more about like what that looks like, but it's a way to feel more relaxed, grounded, and not kind of like this sense of impending doom or rumination. Just
The doom right there. That's the doom.
yeah, just like, you know, just like more qualities like that, way to integrate that, so to heal the past and the present when the echoes of the past do come up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Trauma. Yeah, I didn't really know what trauma was until like, I experienced it probably in the like last year or two. I was like, oh, especially with these wildfires, the whole January thing. I was like, oh, this is a traumatic event because the threat of me losing all my stuff is really real.
Of course.
And I had to, you know, I had to choose like what did I find was worth saving, and then bring it with me. But then like when I came back, I was like, wait a minute, all this other stuff I didn't really care about. Like, why do I have it in my apartment now? But I feel like just even the act of like taking all your stuff and then moving out and then being like, I might not ever see it again, and then you're coming back is like, oh, but that's trauma. I was like, oh. Like, oops.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a crisis, and it's a violation of safety in a sense. It's like, where are we gonna go? Like, what's gonna happen to our items and loved ones? And
I think the loved ones were gonna be safe. That was always fine. But when I came back the second time, I'm like, do I like save like my blender? Like, do I like, this is expensive. I don't want to have to buy another fucking blender.
It's true. That Vitamix action.
Yeah. Oh wow. Thanks for the follow, Medicant777. Those are angel numbers, right? Do you believe in angel numbers?
I think they're little winks from the universe. Like, yeah, you're kind of like on track. You're not alone. Little reminders. That's how I decipher them. It's gonna be personal to the individual. I believe.
Like, if you see them like coming up a lot or something, right? It's supposed to mean something.
Yeah, I do a little happy dance when I see them.
Oh, you do? Which ones are your favorite? I think here they're
777. That's a good one. I heard like, yeah, you can find these meanings online, but just get to know your patterning. Like when you see these
Trust
numbers.
your gut. You're in alignment. Wonderful thing. Oh, so luck is 777. Release is 999. Ooh.
Yeah, and 666, that's a goddess number, but it got kind of twisted through the patriarchy.
Oh, it's the patriarchy.
I won't go down the rabbit hole.
The patriarchy at it again, dude, honestly. Someone asked here, they said, how many clinical hours do you need to become a therapist?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. So if you're doing the LMFT route, you got to do 3,000 hours.
Oh my God, 3,000?
Yeah.
That is so much.
They're all not face-to-face. A big chunk of those are face-to-face with clients, and another chunk is supervision hours, documentation, client advocacy.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's not a full 3,000 of you having to give. I would be exhausted giving 3,000 hours of therapy.
But in your career, you're gonna crank that out real quick, and by the time, so you do your 3,000 hours, and then you apply to take the exam. So by the time you take the exam, it's like well over 3,000.
Wow. Okay.
But it's really valuable. That's how you develop your style and just feel more comfortable as a clinician. It's one of those professions, I think, where you're just constantly learning. Like, everyone is different, and there's always like new information.
Humans are weird creatures.
We are. We're stubborn creatures.
We're stubborn. Weird. Yeah.
But yeah, fascinating.
Medicant said, how many years did that take you, years-wise?
Let's see. Graduated grad school 2019. Got licensed 2 years ago. So
that's if I can do math today. 4 years? About 4 years?
Yeah,
I guess?
about 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
That's about the average.
Okay.
I would say it could be less. Could be more. Oh, it's fine, Christian. Christian, let me know if the baby voice is working. Oh, is this the baby voice? There's one where like my voice gets like really high pitched. I forget if it works on this scene. Let us know. Let us know, Christian, if it's working on this one. I forgot how I have this configured. But yeah, okay. Cool. What's Shantrick saying? Shantrick said, oh, it is working? Oh, so he can hear. Okay, this is my real voice, finally.
Can't hold it back any longer.
Oh my God. I have a naturally high pitched voice anyways. People are always saying that like they can tell when I'm in the room because it's like a shriek. I'm like
I just think it's like your excitement.
I'm very excited all the time.
when I tell my dad I'm gonna see Joey, sorry,
Gio.
He's like, oh, your quiet friend.
Oh wow. He's being facetious. Your quiet friend. Yeah, I'm definitely not the quiet friend. Shantrix has a good little starter question. How do you think people with trauma should get help institutionally in a situation where a lot of people are affected, like the wildfires? Oh, that's good. Yeah. What's your take on the wildfires?
Yeah. So it's very scary, and so and unpredictable, and there's all kinds of reasons as to like why it happened, and that's not necessarily like useful, especially if someone was affected by it. So it's gonna be a grieving period and to like adjust being in a new place if someone was displaced, but definitely just finding, and there are resources, there's all these different websites where therapists are offering free services or free groups. With finding a therapist for post-wildfire or for any other type of healing, it's just really finding the right fit. And sometimes it can be like dating a little, just getting the feel.
You're like, yeah, not this one. On to the next. Swipe left. Swipe left.
Yeah, it's just like making sure you feel comfortable with that person, because the most effective tool in therapy is going to be the therapeutic relationship, like how you feel connected and seen and contained, not judged, all of that.
I think I got pretty lucky with my first guest for a therapist. I think you pointed me in the right direction. You said UCLA had like a pretty good resource or something. Yeah,
they do for their students,
because they have that website, right, Psychology Today or something, where that you can go on forever with
true.
That. Yeah, but then eventually I think I called UCLA, and then I was like, I need someone who's just gonna be a tough bitch and tell me like where I'm fucking up, like
so
no
that's the style
sugarcoating.
you like.
Yeah, I want like the like you're screwing up, Oh wow, Zach. Oh, Zach's watching. Oh, hi Zach.
Shout out to Zach.
Shout out to Zach. What's up, Zach? Zach was my first roommate in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah, we shared a bedroom together. That was wild.
Yeah, that was the era, like us three back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, back on what was it? We were on Glen Rock at 1.2. We were on Landfair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got good old Westwood days.
Those are some days. Yeah, it's funny because like I'm going back to that now because I'm teaching at UCLA next quarter.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going back to UCLA. Talk about like trauma and memories coming back.
Well, you're rewriting the story.
Oh, okay, I like that.
Yeah,
okay.
with all those environmental cues, you're like, okay, now I'm a professor at a different era. And, yeah, all the growth that's transpired.
Yeah, it's growth.
That's growth.
The growth that's happened. Let me see. That's a great thing. There's so many resources today on the internet, but it's a double-edged sword because of the misinformation out there. Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation too, I guess.
Yeah, so I would say kind of rule of thumb when you're exploring information, psychoeducation, if anything is trying to create fear within you, then it has some sort of agenda.
Oh, I see. Like the motive.
Yeah, the motive. Like, especially like when you're being sold something, if you automatically feel like less than or fear, like they're just, it's not the most ethical product.
I see. Like trying to see if something's like trying to genuinely help you or just trying to sell you some $5,000 crystal course or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's important to be a informed consumer.
Is this what we talk about, like coming from a place of love versus a place of fear? I think that maybe you've mentioned this, but I've always heard this. Like, there's things in life are only two things: they're either fear or love, right?
That's true.
And they're both powerful motivators, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's just like being mindful, like when there is that sense of urgency and like fear driven, like when to pause and slow down to make a decision that's more from love and intuition.
Abundance instead of scarcity.
There we go.
There we go. Those are the words we're looking for.
Like
Abundance
that.
versus scarcity.
Abundance.
Sam said FOMO. Yeah, fear of missing out. That's a big one.
Oh, yes. So that's a real thing.
Yeah, that one messes with me.
Where's the FOMO coming up?
Yeah, Sam, where's the FOMO come from? All right, here, let me see. We got some good questions. Let me pull them up. Here's the first question. It was from Taco Cat.
Taco Cat.
He said, how should I release tension in my muscles? Can you help me with knee pain?
Knee pain?
I feel like you're someone who's experienced knee pain, right?
Oh, yeah, still a little bit here and there.
Like,
it's
still
getting better.
Okay, I'm glad it's getting better. Yeah, and what are the best stretches for my legs? I think maybe Taco Cat also thought you were a physical therapist, maybe?
Oh, yeah, so physical therapy is not my scope of practice, But I do work with clients with chronic pain.
Oh, for sure.
And ways to kind of deal with the emotional distress from pain.
Okay.
I can't directly help the knee, unfortunately.
But do you think a lot of pain probably is like just in your head, you know, right? Like pain tolerance is a thing, I guess.
There's pain tolerance, and then there's also pain that's exacerbated by fear and the stories we tell ourselves, like, oh, is the dialogue when you have knee pain, like, oh, I'm always gonna feel this way, like this is really stressful, there's something wrong with me. That is gonna create more stress in the body that creates inflammation and aggravates pain.
Oh, I see. So then, it's a vicious cycle, and then it gets more pain, and then you get more worried about it, and it's just like,
Yeah, there's so many layers. So a technique that is useful for pain is called pendulation. Which is from somatic experiencing.
Okay.
And I can go really down the rabbit hole with somatic experiencing, so I'm gonna reel it in.
Yeah, reel it in.
I'll start with just the definition. So somatic, body-oriented, and experiencing, it's a verb. So your body in the here and now. So this is it's a trauma-focused modality too, to help reduce the survival physiology. So pendulation, let's say the area of tension is the knee. You would take the elevator down from the head into the body.
Oh, it's like a body scan. They call it like a body scan, right? You're like virtually going down your body. Okay, keep going. Yeah.
There's a lot of that, yeah. And so you're feeling into the knee, and to hang out with the sensation of the discomfort. Is there a texture or color to it? Can you notice the edges that information might be available, it might not. But the more that you kind of practice tuning into your body, you'll start to build up awareness of sensation.
Oh, okay.
And so once you hang out with that quality in the knee, you can move your awareness to a place that feels less bad in your body. Maybe that's the palm of your hands. That's a neutral area for a lot of people. So then you'll hang out with your awareness on your hands. Maybe you notice like a warmth, a tingling, a cooling sensation. You would laser focus on that area for about 10 seconds and then pendulate your awareness back to the knee. Did the discomfort increase, decrease, or stay the same? And with practice, the goal is that when you pendulate back, the pain does decrease.
I see. Oh, wow, that's very cool.
It's pretty cool when you experience it and kind of like work it on yourself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for people probably with like chronic pain, like back pain and stuff, that's got to be huge, right? You know, because everyone's looking for some opioids or something to take, right, to like deal with back pain. And those are bad.
It's true. Yeah, those are bad.
Those are bad. But this sounds like, a more. I would think this almost sounds like something that DOs would do. I guess. Have you heard about the different types of doctors? So there's MDs and then DOs.
Yeah, is that like a naturopath?
Yeah, they're still like doctors, but they're called like doctor of obstetrics or something, obstetrics, but they focus a lot more on like holistically healing things.
Holistic. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's and treating the body as like an entire thing.
It's true. Yes, there's unshakable union between mind and body.
Exactly. Yeah. Instead of just like trying to find individual things, like, oh, can we just fix this? It's like, no, we need to address the whole thing.
Yeah, or symptom management.
Yeah. Zach says sounds familiar. Back pain.
Zach.
Zach, back pain.
I was having some back pain too, not gonna lie, and I got a mattress topper. Made a big difference.
Nice. Memory foam?
Bamboo something.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah. Mattress topper is like the hack to like not having to buy a whole new fucking mattress, but it just feels better.
Exactly.
Like,
This is your 30s, guys.
Yes. Treat yourself. Your sleep is important.
Sure is.
I think I'm still using the same mattress I paid $50 for back in college.
That's hilarious. Good for you.
Yeah.
And you feel supported?
It's a very firm mattress, and
okay.
I like firm mattresses, so it's okay. But yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Cedric says, do you think you can rationalize yourself out of fear, or is fear something that blocks your thinking in a way?
Oh, it does block your thinking in a way. So what happens, this is my simplified, if you can see my hand, this is my simplified brain model. Okay. So this is like brain stem. This right here is your limbic system, your reptile brain. This is where fear physiology takes place. And so when we are in our limbic system, we are not thinking rationally. We cannot consider consequences. It's like all or none thinking. The list goes on. And so we want to get back into our neocortex, this more. And if you're in high school, that part of the brain is not fully developed until age 25. So
Oh, really? 25? Oh, wow.
so take care of your brain.
Yeah, the younger ages. Do it.
Exactly. And so you have that to look forward to when you get older. There's going to be more impulse control, emotional regulation, because the neocortex has been fully developed. So when there's fear, we're going to be in our limbic brain, and it's like we have blinders on. So it really does affect our thinking. And the goal, this is what I do a lot with clients, is getting them out of that survival physiology. So then there's more choice, there's more options, because there isn't like this tunnel vision.
This like knee-jerk reaction to like, I need to like break up with my boyfriend.
Exactly. Or I need to like do something drastic to feel different.
Chop all my hair off.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, we like your hair. It's so fun.
The curly.
It's so funny. We get our hair cut at the same place.
We do.
Yeah, we didn't do this intentionally, but yeah, I remember I was getting my hair cut and like you came in, and it's different hair cutters at the same salon, and I think it was for your birthday you were getting your hair done or something.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but your hair becomes like a lion's mane.
Oh yeah, like, you're one of the very few people.
Very few people. I've seen your hair. I've seen your hair in its raw form, and I was like, that's a lot of volume.
Like brushed out. Not even Christian has seen it like that. Wow. Just like full on like salon mode.
Yeah. I was like, oh wow.
Someone said like when you're in the salon chair, it's like the ugliest you ever look. And I just like felt that in the moment.
Oh wow. I saw it. I saw Rare Form Jess. I've seen many Rare Form Jesses.
You sure have. Oh boy.
All right, nice. Good question, Taco Cat. All right, Seth had one. He says, do you work with anyone with a mental disorder? If so, which ones?
Well, so if we're going by the DSM-5, which is like...
that's the handbook, right?
Yeah, the Diagnosis Statistics Manual. Pretty much...
This, I think it's this... Wait, well, that's not it. Dude, what are these things? Oh, DSM.
Yeah, DSM.
Okay, got you.
So technically, like 99% of the people that I work with meet the criteria for something in this handbook, and so that's considered, mental disorder. But they're just a cluster of symptoms. I treat the whole person. I don't like to put people in a box, and so
I love boxes. I love putting people in boxes. It's the worst.
Cats like boxes. But a lot of my clients, I would say, like PTSD, generalized anxiety, major depression. Those are kind of like the greatest hits of the folks that I work with.
I feel like everyone has depression at this point. Like, how do you not have depression in today's world? Like I can't even find eggs. Like, what?
Yeah, that's interesting too. I'm like, there's some sign here. I'm like, what's this hoopla?
Yeah, what's this hoopla? I can't buy more than one carton of eggs. What's going on? Every person is unique, so don't put labels on them. Yeah, but you need some sort of labels eventually to like for the paperwork,
Exactly. So it's for like insurance purposes. Yes. They like boxes. They like quantitative data. Psychology, working with people, is very qualitative. So we do the best we can.
Yeah, we do the best.
And so it's just cluster of symptoms, and trying to reduce frequency, intensity of whatever it is that's like unpleasant, interfering with social work, relational, things like that.
Computers like boxes, humans don't. Yeah. All right, nice. Good question, Seth. Let's see. Shantrik's next one. Do you think personal growth starts with doing something new or looking into yourself and your past accomplishments?
Absolutely. I think it's really important to pause and celebrate the wins that we have and like what is going well, because the way our mind is designed, it's gonna hyper focus on what's negative and like what's not working.
Yeah. Why do we focus on all the negatives? Like, I'm just naturally.
I think that's the way we evolved, right? Yeah. The happy-go-lucky bipedal creatures maybe just did not outrun the predators.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and,
so those who are hyper vigilant.
and then I guess focusing on things that are painful and hurting you are survival instincts, right?
Exactly.
That's the limbic brain you talk about.
The limbic brain, it looks for patterns. We're constantly scanning our environment,
Mm-hmm.
looking for danger. So whenever there are those environmental cues that are familiar, we'll feel hyper vigilant because our body's trying to keep us safe and predict the future.
I see. Yeah, it's trying to keep us alive from the saber-toothed tigers and stuff.
Exactly.
I like starting new things. I think starting new things is a good
starting new
idea.
things. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, new things, like swim past your comfort zone.
Yeah. What's one new thing you've started this year?
What's one new thing I've started? That's a good question. Reading more.
Oh, nice.
Which I want to. Reading fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Like a book about dragons.
Oh, okay.
That's something new.
I see these. They come out and like there's long lines to go get these books or something.
It's becoming more and more popular.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a trend.
What's the book you read? What's the dragon book you read?
I can't remember. I've only
Is it
read
50
like
Shades of Grey or something?
30 pages.
Is it one of these smut novels?
No.
No, she's like I don't watch it.
It's modest.
What's the name for that? Those novels that girls read, which they're just.
No, I think that's right.
Is it called smut novels?
I feel like
Was it?
Christian knows
Yeah,
what they're
Christian.
called.
Yeah, why would Christian know what
No,
they're called?
because we were talking about something recently. That's funny.
Trying to think of something I've started new.
Yeah, what's something you've started new, Gio?
I've started probably waking up before 10 a.m. That's like it's been a big thing for me. Yeah, I've stopped going to bed at 5 or 6 in the morning, and I've started waking up at a more reasonable hour.
Yeah.
And the reason why actually is because you've met Tony, right? My tall friend Tony. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Tony and I've started like more of a consistent gym routine, and he always is like, I'm in the gym by like 10 or 11. I'm like, okay, now I have a reason to wake up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Accountability buddy.
Accountability buddies, are huge. It's so fascinating because it then carries over into so many other aspects of life.
Yes.
Right? The simple thing of me just like waking up to go to the gym is just it's a butterfly effect of so many other things.
Exactly. It's a positive spiral. It's like, oh, I feel good. It's easier to do the next thing that makes me feel good, and like those hits of self-esteem.
And I would have never known that like going into it. But you don't realize it until it happens, and then you're like, oh, okay. So I think it's important, probably Shantrix, if for personal growth, start some new positive habits.
Exactly.
And they'll beget other new positive habits.
Yeah, it will build on itself. Yeah, what's something you really been wanting to do? Like it's your intuition's kind of nudging you, and you've been putting it off. Yeah, that's the action item.
Nice. Yeah. Zach, if you're in the chat, what's one new thing you've done, or anyone else in the chat, if you want to tell us something new you've started doing for 2025.
Share with the class.
Yeah, I'm curious. Shandrick says lots of people say to not read fiction, but in my opinion, fiction is better because it has more emotion rather than just facts. Yeah,
I agree. And we learn through story, like symbols, like the characters.
I
think that's almost like sometimes more powerful than like a self-help book.
Did you ever read The Alchemist? By Paulo Coelho or something? Or was it
I think in high school,
Yeah.
and I didn't finish it. If I
No,
did,
you have to, dude. It's only like 100 pages or something.
Whoopsies. Put it on my list.
I think it's called The Alchemist. Yeah, Paulo Coelho. It's this book.
What do you like about it?
For me, there's so much like messaging in this book. It is almost like a self-help book, but it's presented in a fictional novel. But it's about this guy who's like going to try to find his treasure, and the moral at the end of the story is like he always had his treasure. His
treasure was already just like underneath his feet. Oh, we got baby voice going again. Baby voice. I think I have that limited, so it can only happen so many times. What's up, Reggie? Hi, really sad. But yeah, because I used to read primarily like just self-help books, and then I don't know, I was like, I want something a little bit more fun. So I started reading Dune. Dune is my new book I've been reading. Is that a movie too? It is a movie, yeah. Dune the movie, yeah. It was a book first. It's like the first like Star Wars.
like sci-fi, like Star Wars stole from Dune. Like everyone stole from Dune eventually at some point.
I don't know that.
But it's my sleep aid now.
Nice.
So I used to have a hard time like going to bed. Now, like I just pick up Dune, and because it's such a like text dense heavy book, I will get maybe a page or two, and then I'm just lights out.
There you go. Yeah, so if any of you having trouble fall asleep, just pick up a book.
Yeah, better start trying to read like physics textbook stuff or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. I started to watch less YouTube shorts. Okay.
That's good. Yeah, that's good for your brain because those shorts, just hit the dopamine receptors in our brain.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wrote kind of a little. I've been trying to get better about posting on LinkedIn this year. That is a new thing I also started this year. I was saying to myself, okay, I spend all this time on Instagram. Like, I should take some of that time, and instead of creating fun posts on Instagram, I should create a post on LinkedIn that shares my thoughts on like what's going on in education. I hate LinkedIn, honestly.
Yeah, mine is barren. It has like the year I graduated college.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Recky says, "Hey, I just got my lower braces.
Hey,
wow.
Is it painful?
It's gonna be very painful.
Oh boy.
He should have been here earlier, Recky, to when Jess was talking about how to get rid of pain mentally. Yeah. Yeah. Link. It is painful. Yeah, especially if they start like ratcheting it and stuff.
Oof.
That stuff is awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was
that's a great photo.
Do you know I took that photo in here in this room?
I
recognized the green screen. Yeah. But I started doing these posts. Finally, yeah. Can I see like posts? Well, there we go. See posts. And so I'll like kind of like give some comment on the state of education and stuff. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is this post I just put out was kind of talking about how kids these days take in information in a very different way than we did, and also a different way that information was presented in the form of textbooks and stuff. I see kids when they go to see a word problem, if it's more than a sentence or two, they're just like, I can't read this, like it's too much. And so I think, things like YouTube Shorts and whatnot have kind of conditioned the next generation to take information in with like small little bites.
Yeah, well, it affects the attention span too.
Oh yeah. I think attention span is like less than a goldfish at this point.
Oh,
yeah.
I have those moments.
I have those moments. It's like squirrel. Squirrel.
But yeah, no, this looks legit. It's inspiring me to work on my LinkedIn.
If you want to. Yeah. I mean, I hate LinkedIn, but I do see it as a necessary evil if I want to like do things in the nonprofit space and have
that tracks.
Gotta
chug our water, Lou.
Thank you.
Chin chin.
Chin chin. Oh, Raven says, can you get back your attention span?
Oh yes, you can. With a dopamine detox. So that means kind of like doing nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like meditating?
That's a way to do it. Yeah, something that's not as stimulating.
Okay. Nice. Dopamine detox. I like that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of good stuff on the global web about
detoxing
internet.
yourself from
dopamine. Yeah, so it's gonna mean cutting back on kind of watching those shorts, reels, and things.
Yeah. Oh, Raven says, how long do you have to dopamine detox for?
That's a good question.
Is it like when you break up with someone, like half the time you were with them, you have to be away from them?
I don't know. I'm guessing, a couple weeks at least. It takes time for our neurotransmitters to readjust.
Readjust, yeah.
Yeah, and what helps increase attention span is like some exercise before, like movement. Then you can like.
I'm a big fan of exercise.
Drop in more.
Go exercise.
That's something too.
Yeah. Reading books and doing calm stuff will eventually increase it.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Cosmic said his sleep aid is programming videos. Oh God. Yeah, those would be terrible, dude. What? Nice. Okay. So yeah, that was a good question from Shantrix. All right, nice. Let's roll to the next one. Recky says, how does school-related stress impact a person's mental health? Is mental health counseling effective for students in an acute mental crisis? Wow, big words, Recky. I like this.
I would say it is effective for students. Like, really use your resources, guys. Like, at the school, like, if there's a counselor, just pop in there. And school-related, so... I feel for your audience because there's a lot of pressure to do well in school and get into a good university, all of that, like next steps career-wise. And it can affect the person, like if they don't get an A, if they don't get into that school, does it take a big hit on their self-esteem?
Their self-worth, they're like,
their self-worth.
I'm
the school, system is kind of like nice, shiny A, and then like C or F, like whatever.
Screwed up.
But it's just schooling only tests like one kind of intelligence,
Sure.
and there's like 12 different kinds. Not everyone.
Wait, there's 12 different types of intelligence?
Yeah,
gotta look this up.
let's. That's something
Yeah,
I
I wanna
wanted
know.
to pull up.
Yeah,
the
wait,
types of intelligence. Yeah, some people are just like.
I know that
more
there's emotional
music.
intelligence.
9. Okay.
Okay.
I was in the semi ballpark.
Okay, we're there. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull this up. Okay. Ooh, spatial, intrapersonal, linguistic, body, interpersonal, existential intelligence. Wow, that's a fun one. Yeah.
We love existential.
So I feel like school really only tests
It's-
this logical, mathematical, and
Yeah.
probably linguistic.
Linguistic,
Yeah.
like recall or retaining recall, like
Yeah.
that's test taking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not to be too hard on yourself. There's so much experience like beyond high school and
Yeah.
college even. When I was in grad school, there was a lot of people in there like this was their second, third career. They just
wow.
felt like they couldn't ignore what they really wanted to do.
Yeah.
There was like some pressure from family to like, be a lawyer or whatever it is. And so just like giving yourself permission to explore like what really excites you, and if you don't know that, that's natural. Just what interests you a little
Yeah.
bit.
And also, I like to say like that's not gonna come instantly. I don't
It's
really.
true.
I don't think I really figured out what I wanted to do until I was like 30, like 31. I was kind of just bouncing around places in my 20s, which I think is important. It's cool to try things out.
Absolutely, yeah. Just going back to trying new things,
Yeah.
how you experience yourself.
Go
Yeah,
try some new things.
exactly.
Wait, when did you figure out you wanted to be a therapist?
Pretty early on. It was in my junior year of high school. That was psychology was the first class I did well
Ooh, okay.
in.
Good
I did
job.
not do well in high school, guys, so you're already light years ahead. Yeah, I struggled because in high school I was, smoking a lot of weed. I was anxious and
yeah.
depressed, and so, but I got my act together later
Yeah, there
in
you go.
life,
Yeah.
and look, got my master's. It's
Yeah,
never
and you're helping
too
people.
late.
It's never too late.
Aw, thank you.
There's a good book I have. One second, let me find this book.
Ooh, Jenga's up there.
Okay. Yeah, here's the book I wanted to
Ooh.
show. It's called "If You're Reading This, There's Still Time." And I find this to be like a big mantra for me in life is that if you're still here and you're still reading things, there's still time to do things. So don't feel like
You gotta have it
you've
all
run
figured out.
Yeah, you don't. You definitely don't. Yeah, Penn Center says, wait, you didn't know you were going to be the physics Twitch goat until 30? What's up, Penn?
You are the goat.
Good to see you, Penn. Yeah, go follow Penn Center. He's another fun streamer friend. He does math. Is what he does.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's dope. That looks like a YouTube thumbnail. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Our school allows us to do a job shadows to see if we like the job or not. Oh, those are great.
That's
yeah.
a great opportunity.
That's
yeah.
a great opportunity. Yeah, I would definitely invest in those if you can.
Exactly. Yeah, explore that.
Yeah. Did you ever shadow a therapist? Did you ever? No?
No, I just felt really right. I'm grateful that I knew early on. And so I'm just like, okay, that means go to undergrad, get my master's, do my 3,000 hours, do the
Ding, ding,
deal.
ding, ding,
ding,
and-
ding, ding.
You're
Yeah.
and now I'm here.
I love what I do.
That's
It's
awesome.
it doesn't feel like working, and so that's a good indicator. Some days are more challenging than others,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
but there's nothing else I could see myself doing.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, I like to say, when the time flies by and it doesn't feel
Yeah.
like work, that's when you're like, I did it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
E. Raven says, do you have any advice in overcoming imposter syndrome?
Ooh, so yeah, just kind of let yourself feel like an imposter and let yourself learn and make mistakes, because that's the most valuable experience.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of feeling like imposter, there's some humility there.
Sure.
It's better than the alternative, just going in and it's I know
I'm
it
the
all.
shit when I'm not.
Yeah, remaining teachable and just notice how you talk to yourself about yourself is where there can be some pep talk if the inner critic's a little more
Sure.
chatty.
Sure.
Yeah.
I had a lot of that in grad school. I thought I was an imposter. I'm like, oh man, they're going to find out I'm actually dumb.
Oh no, you're the
Yeah.
goat, remember?
I'm the goat. I'm the physics goat. Yes. Thank you, Penn. You've helped with my imposter syndrome. But yeah, I definitely empathize a lot with that. And Raven, I would say that an important thing when having feelings is to realize that everyone else is also kind of having the same feelings.
It's true.
Like you're not
Yes,
alone.
You are.
It's not just you.
That's why this community is just so key. Just
Yeah.
to get that mirroring. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not the only one, and that is very settling for our nervous system.
It is, yeah. I think a lot of times, did you see on Instagram? I had this kid where he had gotten like his first girlfriend or something, and like, but they broke up, and he was like, she said that it was her, it wasn't me. Like, it's not you, it's me. And he's like, is that real? Like, does that happen?
Aw.
I'm like, bro, this is like, this is gonna happen a lot more times. And I think him hearing that, he was like, oh, okay, so this is a normal thing. I'm like, yeah, dude, this definitely happens.
Yeah, their relationships, hearts of the matter, man. That's some of the
Yeah.
most painful,
Right.
but they're learning experiences.
Yeah. And I think maybe if you mirror, talk to someone else and be like, oh, this is a normal thing, you stop thinking that like there's something wrong with you. Like it's just natural.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you get to have a new experience of yourself.
I have a question with do you have any friends in the therapy world that specifically work with kids? Like, do they work at a high school or something? Do you know anyone that does that?
Not someone that works at a high school, but I know someone so solid,
Yeah.
that works with kids.
Yeah. And do they find it like it? From what I've gathered when I talk with kids, they're kind of worried to go to a counselor because I think by law that counselor has to tell their parents what's up. And then they're like, I'm gonna get into trouble, or I'm gonna get my Xbox taken, or the other one I hear sometimes is like, they're gonna put me on medication and I don't want to be on medication. But if you're under 18, you can't refuse it, right? Because it's your parents. Is that how that's works? Yeah. What do you think about this?
Yeah, no, it's tricky.
Right.
Yeah, and so, there is an element of like parents can have more influence and say with medication, and hopefully the parents hear what their kid is experiencing and is not just gonna like bulldoze that and be like, no, this is what you're gonna do. Yeah.
That's the sound.
Yeah, no, but it's true. And I would suggest that the minor mention that to the therapist.
Yeah.
It's like, this is something I'm worried about, so then the therapist can like normalize, validate, give more of a direction of like what's gonna happen, because so it doesn't deter too much from just getting more support.
Yeah. I mean, I have some friends that like, when they go to therapy or they go to the hospital, they don't tell the whole truth. They're like, I don't want my doctor knowing that like I have a ketamine problem or something.
That's so true. Yeah, minimizing.
And I'm like, no, you need to tell the doctor everything. Like, they can't do their job.
But they're scared. It's understandable.
Yeah. Recky, can you chill on the emojis, please?
I definitely did some underreporting.
Yeah, some underreporting.
To the doctor back in the day.
I did. My therapist would ask me like, she'd be like, I don't know. She's like, how much do you drink? I'd be like, a little bit.
Like 3 or 4 drinks a week.
But then when you start saying the numbers, and then she's like, you have a problem, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, so he gave some honest numbers, it sounds like.
Yeah. I gave some honest numbers at some point. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Gold, where did I post my question? You can put it in the AMA chat, or you can post your question just here. We'll get to it. Yeah, but the Discord server is where it is. Cool. Good question. Let's see what the next one is. Going forward. Kind of related, but in on the chat, sorry. Kind of related, but in Nova Scotia, you can get an anonymous school tutor online to help you. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, worth exploring, yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. A says, if changing negative thought problems can lead... If changing negative thought patterns can lead to more love, joy, and purpose, how do we know which thoughts are actually holding us back, and how can we realistically change them when life feels overwhelming? This is deep.
It's a good question. So we know. Okay, how do we know?
Which thoughts are holding us back? The ones that create fear, the ones that are self-critical, make us doubt ourselves, feel small. Those are, that's the fear talking. And how do we realistically change them? So this is why I love the nervous system work with somatic experiencing. If you are in a fight, flight, freeze state, your nervous system is going to influence and dictate the types of thoughts you're having. Okay. So if you're
really in like flights, you're feeling anxious, the thoughts are going to be like fearful and negative. And so when you work with your physiology to start to feel more grounded, reconnect to safety, kind of have a relaxed readiness, then your thoughts will follow suit. So what's happening in your thoughts is a reflection of also what's happening in your nervous system. And so some ways that you can do this, the 4 somatic experiencing tools to kind of keep in your back pocket are grounding, and that's not regulating, but just physically feel the ground beneath you, push into the floor. Maybe you push into the floor right now.
Yeah, just push.
Yeah, push. Or feel the points of contact. Feel heavy on your seat. Are you holding yourself up? When we're holding ourselves up, we're kind of like, there's some anxiety. But can you let yourself be fully held by the couch, the chair, wherever you're at? So then orienting is taking in the textures, colors, anything around you. This is for our lower brain. It helps us feel safe, and keeping your gaze on something pleasant, and notice what happens in your body as you focus outside the window or whatever it is on the picture. And then so we also have gentle movements as a way to change your thought patterns, going on a walk, some stretching, your preference.
Yoga.
There. Yeah.
I like yoga. Yoga's great.
And it's amazing. And then self-contact, like having your hand on your heart.
Doing this?
Yeah. People, you'll kind of notice people rub their thighs when they're feeling overwhelmed. And these things that we know how to do naturally, but we would just spend more time with it. Just notice what happens when you keep your hand on your stomach or on your heart.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Hikaru? Good to see you, dude. Oh, someone found us on YouTube. Good.
Nice.
Yeah, I started streaming to all the platforms now. So now we do this. Yeah, I'm just trying to just
branch out.
Get more. Yeah, it's pollute the airwaves with I don't know, educational
Good.
content.
They all need to know you're the GOAT.
There you go. Need to know I'm the physics goat on Twitch. Yes. Okay, nice. That was a good question from Ace. I like that. Nice. Let's see. Ooh, Justin. I love Justin. Shout out to Justin. Justin is he's been in our server for a while.
Nice.
And he is a case of things, because he'll often use humor to kind of deal with the bad situations he's in.
Yeah.
He'll talk about something will happen and he'll be like, oh, it's like that time my mom left me, and I'm like, but his mom really did leave him, so it's just
yeah, it's all things we do to protect ourselves.
yeah. So he takes it in stride. He's a cool kid. Okay, but his question is, how does the human body take so much before breaking? Wow.
Yeah, we're resilient creatures, that's for sure.
Yeah, you said stubborn earlier, right?
And stubborn.
Humans are stubborn. Yeah. For example, imagine you're walking and someone just starts laying insults or something deeply effective against you, and they end up breaking, aka going into a mental breakdown. How much can someone endure before they break? I feel like this is kind of a loaded. Is Justin trying to see how much he can take? What?
Yeah, it's a good question. I saw this last night when you sent me some of the questions. I was like, what an insightful audience. It's okay. Where do I want to start? So, when our body is always whispering to us, and when we don't listen, we get screams.
Yeah, I'm just nope.
So that could be, something physical, like gut issues, migraines. These are all signs of emotional holding, that something is not being released, and someone's at their capacity. So it's getting to know your nervous system so you can interfere before there's a crisis. And so kind of some red flags of when you might be building up to a breaking point or a mental breakdown. We can think of that also as a panic attack, depressive state, manic episodes. I've had some friends with manic episodes before. Yeah, so it can manifest in different ways. And so some red flags are erratic thoughts, heart racing, and how is this happening for an extended period of time? I see. Rumination, a lot of heat in the body, a feeling of unsafety. So getting to know your kind of check engine light, how that shows up for you, get to know your patterns and intervene sooner, because when there's a crisis, it's going to take a lot more doing for us to slow down and feel settled and safe.
Yeah. I had my first panic attack. When was it? Oh, it was in grad school when I went to go get my nose checked for deviated septum.
Oh no.
And then they started talking about doing surgery, and I just remember I don't know, my peripheral vision went out. Like I started getting like really shaky and cold, and like I felt
get
nauseous.
Cold.
And I was like, oh no, what's going on?
Yeah, all those things.
I was like, this is a unique feeling. Like I've had very many different states of consciousness experience, but I'd never experienced that before. And then I like looked it up and was like, oh, that was a panic attack.
Yeah, it's like this feeling of like you're going crazy or you're gonna die.
Yeah, yeah. Which like I've been in very, you know, I don't know, very interesting states where I'm like, I'm cool with this, I'm at peace, like whatever. But that I was like, no. I'm like, the alarm bells are going off. This is not good. Yeah. Shantrik's asking, how do you calm someone down from a breakdown or like a mental or manic attack?
Yeah, so sit with them like on the floor, you know, just like have them feel the floor, tell them like what they see in the room, start labeling things like
Well, I think you mentioned this before. Labeling things. I like this.
Yeah, because that gets your neocortex online, and just say like you're having a panic attack, like you're gonna be okay. I'm here with you. Just start labeling like what's happening, and that will start to help them feel settled. It could take a while. Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of just like doing that.
How long?
Till they stabilize.
I feel like my panic attack lasted like 2-3 minutes, but like, do these last for like hours with some people?
They can go on for, you know, like an hour.
Wow.
I've seen, you know, like a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can go on for some time.
Yeah. I've seen the manic state before. Do you remember DC? DC sometimes.
Yes.
Manic state.
Oh, poor DC.
We love DC.
Yeah, no, that's it's scary, and sometimes people like the manic state because they can get a lot done. They don't need that much sleep. They have lots of ideas, but it leads to like a huge crash and like a depressive cycle. Yeah. So something like you want to keep your eye on so it doesn't escalate.
You're taking a loan out, is what you're doing.
Yeah. What goes up must come down.
There you go. The elevator only goes down.
That's right.
It only goes down. I'd say about this with, for instance, with like Adderall and stuff. I know a lot of kids are getting like prescribed Adderall, and then a lot of them like, I never touched it in college because I didn't want to know what my potential was. Because I figured, I felt like if I like took Adderall and then figured out what I could do, I would like rely on it.
I think that's like your angels, your spirit guides, like helping you out there.
Don't go
down that.
Don't do the meth.
Yeah, it's an amphetamine.
It is, yeah.
It's really harsh on the body
and
brain.
And it's the borrowing thing, yeah. Because I remember kids would like go on these Adderall binges to like get a term paper done or study for a test.
I remember that too. Yeah.
But then, you know, the 2 days afterwards, you're paying for it bad. Your brain's just like, everything sucks.
You're agitated. You're uncomfortable.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Don't do it, guys. There's more effective ways.
One case is, how do I get out of something going on for 2 days and get back to what I like doing normally? Oh, well, what's going on for 2 days, 1K?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that feels like kind of like a slump, like feeling low energy or down mood.
Yeah, or like we're in retrograde right now. Yeah, I've been feeling depressed.
I've been feeling depressed. Yeah. So, you know, asking yourself like, how is the depression slowing up? Is it fatigue, lack of motivation, something at the
back of my head? And something at the back of my head is what he says.
Is that like an injury or like
it's probably something's on your mind, I guess. Right?
Okay, yeah,
maybe.
So, sometimes depression is aged anxiety. Like when someone's been anxious for a long time, you know, like what goes up must come down type of thing. Depression, thoughts, can't get rid of them. So. Man, it can take. So when someone's in a depressed state, their nervous system is more in this collapse space. Okay. So it's like freeze. You know, like a deer caught in a headlight.
Yeah, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, it's like kind of like playing possum. So our body's trying to conserve resources because it feels like it's under threat. It's playing possum. And the thoughts will reflect that. It's going to start with, you know, just baby steps, like gentle movement. Like, can you just do some stretches? Can you go on a walk if that's available?
Walks are great.
Walks are great.
Big fan of walks.
There's research that shows going on a walk, exercise is just as effective as antidepressants.
Oh, wow. Yeah. A lot better for you, too.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, too.
Yeah, it's better for your mind, body, spirit. And also the VOO sound. Did we do that last time?
Oh, we did do that last time.
Yeah. VOO, where you inhale and make a foghorn-like sound. I know the things we do in somatic are funny, but I am stranded inside.
Oh, you're stranded inside? Wait,
that's rough.
I gotta tell the kid, please send money to Africa. Oh man. There's snow outside. I'm stranded. Oh, there's actual snow. Some of my students are in Canada.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
he's
he's actually
tricky.
Well,
Ooh, get a red light.
Red light?
Yeah, red light therapy.
Okay, red light therapy.
That's used for seasonal affective disorder where people like feel depressed in the winter because less daylight, they can't go outside. Yeah, get a red light. Like you get like a reptile one from Home Depot.
Does it have like UV on it? Like how does it work? Yeah. We think.
Yeah, it has. I forget exactly, but it's
red light therapy is a thing though.
Yeah, it boosts our mood. And there's also like the skin one.
Oh my God,
I have something. Oh yeah, that's also a part of my skincare routine. Is like a red light mask.
What is this thing? Excuse me.
But they have like a bigger one. I think it's just like from a hardware store. If you were get like those lamps.
Oh, okay. Like almost like a heat lamp or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I had a lizard.
Yeah.
Kind of chill.
Lizard.
Chill in front of the red light.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think. I mean, this is also again. I'll always say meditation's the best because meditation is like going to the gym. You know, you go to the gym and you lift the heavy weights, and that enables you when you have to, for instance, I don't know, lift a suitcase or I don't know, pick up whatever. It mimics the same action, and you're naturally good at it. So in my mind, meditation is acknowledging that there are lots of like pervasive thoughts that keep trying to enter, and you're training yourself not to follow them. Like you identify them, but you're like, I'm not going there.
Yeah, don't throw a party for those thoughts. That's where you pause and you take the elevator down into the body. Like, what is the sensation that comes up? Because a way that we can be less preoccupied with our thoughts or kind of just feeling more, feeling a grip on them, we can just drop into sensation. Do I feel a heaviness? Do I feel something pleasant? Do I feel something unpleasant? And can we practice holding the charge without the thoughts following suit, all of that? But we can't think our way to peace. We need to act our way.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe just journaling, like just data dump.
Journaling is great. I love journaling. Do you journal?
Oh yeah, it's so helpful for me. It just like gets my mind quieter, feel like okay, have direction.
I got this.
Exactly. Yeah, so that could be a place to start. It doesn't need to be a masterpiece. Just a place to process.
Yeah. Just get it out. I mean, that's what therapy is, right? It's just like hearing your own thoughts and be like, oh, that sounds ridiculous. Why am I upset about this? Like,
Exactly. Yeah, you get to hear how those words land in your body too, the sensations, and then you tell the truth to learn the truth.
Oh, you tell the truth, learn the truth.
Yeah, because I have more options than that.
Yeah. I write it down so I don't have to think about it. Okay.
Good.
Like, if it's out of your mind, it's on the page and you don't got to deal with it. Okay. Shandrick says, do you think lying to someone is one of the worst things you can do, even when someone's having an episode, even if you think it might be a good in the short term? Like white lies, I guess, maybe, is that what we're saying?
Yeah, white lies are really normal. I think, like, the research shows, like, we tell 1 to 2 white lies a day.
Oh,
something like that.
Oh, okay. What do you think? What's a white lie you told today?
Oh, let's see. I'm trying to think. Maybe there is one.
Or maybe this week or something lately. I don't
know. I have a client after this, but I didn't.
I've totally done this. I do this sometimes. If I want to exit something, I'm like, I got a kid. I gotta go teach. I gotta go teach someone. You know.
There you go. This is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shandrick says, could it be risky though because they might lose your trust?
So yeah, it depends on the level. That's always a risk.
Well.
Yeah, and if there is a rupture, can there be a repair? Like, what is the reason?
I don't feel there can be. Like, if someone like seriously lies to me, like if a friend lies to me, I kind of like instinctively cut them because it breaks the like, well, I can't trust you anymore with what you say because like you lied to me. Then I see all these horoscope things. I'm like, oh, it's because of the moon, right? It's because I'm an Aries. I don't like people that lie. Yeah.
Right. I forget you're an Aries. That's why we get along so well.
Yeah. What are you a Capricorn?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, you're a Sag. That makes sense.
Another fire sign.
Yeah. Fire signs unite. I'm Aries, Leo, Sag. All 3.
Oh my God.
My big 3 is Aries, Leo, Sag.
That says so much. I didn't know that.
Yeah. What are your 3?
So Sagittarius, Gemini moon, Libra rising. So I have air and
do you have all 3? Yeah, Libra is Earth, no? Is Libra an Earth sign?
No, Libra I think is air. And I think Gemini is air. So I have a lot of air.
Oh, I have a lot of fire. Wow.
Yeah, you do.
It's an air sign.
It's an air sign, yeah.
Sag gets along with everyone. Yeah. Pen Center, are you a Sag? Are you Sag Pen? Is that why we get along?
We find each other,
Yeah.
Sages.
It takes 100 years to build trust. It takes 1 second to destroy it. Yeah,
Oh.
that's the reputation quote I've seen before, right?
Mhm.
It takes a lifetime to build a reputation. It takes like one dumb act to ruin it. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, but there's a lot of motives when people lie. You know, it's to try not to hurt someone's feelings
Yeah.
or
Conflict. I think people avoid
conflict.
people avoid conflict.
Yeah.
They love avoid. I so much respect my friends who will like call me out on my stuff and be like, yo, like, no. And I'm like, thank you. I needed this. Because if we're just like saying things behind people's backs, like no one learns.
Yeah, no,
Nothing
that
changes.
doesn't feel good.
No.
I agree.
It's just gossip.
Yeah, gossip is some what's the word? Deflection.
The conversations we have with no astronomers in the room. Yeah, we're the astronomers. Yeah.
That's right.
I like the astrology. It's fun.
It is fun. It's a portal to entertain the possibilities.
Yeah.
I
think there's like there was some like truth to it too.
Oh,
I don't know.
It wouldn't have been around for so long,
Right?
Was it?
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, the position of the planets could have some sort of effect on your DNA when you're like put into the world here or something.
I feel that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, or I think we can get a bad rap where people are like, oh, you're a Scorpio. I'm not going to talk
can't
to
date
you.
a Scorpio.
Yeah, it's like, well, you need to know what their other planetary
Yeah.
placements are
There you
that
go.
will influence.
Like, what house is it in? My 4th house is in this or something.
Yeah, it's not to weaponize.
Do you use that
Yeah.
app, CoStar or something?
CoStar is not a very kind app, in my
Oh,
opinion. I
wow.
like pattern.
You like the pattern?
I like
Oh,
the pattern.
Yeah, the
That's
pattern's nicer.
always accurate.
The pattern, like, I think talks about cycles. Like, your life is in cycles, right?
Yes, uh-huh.
And it's about, like, understanding what cycle you're in and then, like, being with that.
Yeah, different phases.
I like, yeah. You know, that also will, I think, play into, someone was asking about, like, I've been depressed for, like, a couple days. I think my kind of way of dealing with this is to always know that it either ends well or it ends. Like, it either ends well or it passes. Like, even if it's bad, eventually you move forward from it, so.
Yeah, things are always changing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I definitely had like a lot of depression earlier this year. I say, which is we've only been here for like 2 months, but
It was off to a rough start. in
but
all
January was
fairness.
such a fucking
Yeah.
rough start. I was so depressed. I was like, oh my god, like LA is burning. Like I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then yeah, magically towards the end of January, that's when like I finally found out like, oh, you're gonna teach at UCLA and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh wow, this is a nice little window to like life doesn't suck anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta like watch the whole movie to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giving it a chance.
I think that's probably a thing that the youth doesn't have yet, is that they haven't seen the cycles enough times.
Oh, it's so true. Yeah, being a teenager is just rough.
Like everything's new the first time. Like your first
Yeah.
heartbreak, your first whatever. You're like, oh man.
It's heavy.
Yeah, like this sucks.
It's a suck. Yeah, he's like, I will never come back from this.
Yes.
Yes, you will.
I will never recover. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
But you will. Yeah, that's the knowledge that you will always get past it. I think that's what helps me deal with. I'm always like, yeah, I know this is a shitty time, but it's gonna be better in a month. So whatever.
Exactly. It's like a matter or a balance of like feeling the feelings and like where can you land in some hope or
Yeah.
optimism again.
Plan it in.
Mhm.
Chandrick says, do you have some French ancestry? Because
Oh
of
yes,
Roux.
yes. Yeah, the person that knows their French verbiage.
Verbiage,
My dad is half French.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Your mom's Latina.
Yes, my mom is Mexican and Native
Yeah.
American.
No.
So I'm a mix.
Nice. One guy says, I'm a Libra, and I often face challenges with stability between friendship. Like, my friends either get in a fight with me or have to move. Do you think you can tell me why this is?
I often face. I have to move. Is he being like kind of like made to pick sides?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because Libras are pretty balanced, so
Right, they're the scales, right? Are they the scales?
Mhm.
Libras the scales?
yeah. I'm not an astrology expert. It's interesting.
Yeah.
My brother's a Libra.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Stability between friendship. Yeah. I don't know. I like to say, you will have many friends in your life.
That's true.
And I always say to just like, it's like chapters in a book. I've had like, you're always still, if they're your true friends, you can always come back to them. And it'll feel like nothing ever changed. But I think there's a time and a place for like different friends in different parts of your life. Like I definitely had like my college friends, and then I had my high school friends, and then I had my grad school friends, and as you progress through life, you kind of stop being in contact as much with certain like groups, but that's okay.
It's okay.
It's just the next part of your trajectory.
Yeah, different seasons. And if you met someone in high school, and you're so different in high school than you are in your 20s, your 30s, and so sometimes like they run their course, and it can be sad, but there's opportunity for new friendships that feel aligned with where you're going.
Yeah. What is it? Water. What waters you? Have you heard that before?
Oh, I haven't. I like that.
You're like water. What waters you? So like help people that also help you.
Yeah, it's like a symbiotic relationship.
I think it was from like an LA club promoter. He was saying that like people are asking him to repost their events. He's like, but you don't fucking repost my events. Water what waters you. And I'm like, it's the most scummy, disgusting like, thing. But I like the message.
I was like,
I'm a fan of the water what waters you. Yeah. Nice. Okay, good question, Justin. Venom Spider-Man symbiote reference? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Max says, how can I have an empty brain with no thoughts other than the necessary ones? No music system going on in the brain. Should I stop listening to music?
I saw that question last night, too. I was like, that's a good question. So the mind is... I think it's just designed to be chatty.
It's the monkey brain,
it's
right?
The monkey brain. It's trying to keep us safe. And so I think a good way for this is meditation. Just learning to, there's no good or bad meditation. It's just awareness and not awareness of your breath, the sound, your body, and noticing, I drifted into worry, into what am I going to have for dinner? And then you just come back over and over and over, and that will start to help quiet your mind. But in the beginning, it's like it can be daunting to be with our thoughts and feelings. So just think of it as like a muscle if the mind is chatty.
It's like training. Yeah.
It's like training.
You got to train it. It's like the gym.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like we listen to too much music now. I mean, we're doing it right now. So it's so funny. I used to have like no background music in any of my streams, and then someone was like, yo, can you just throw some fucking lo-fi or something on it?
I dig it this time around. Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. For me, there's rarely ever silence in my life because I grew up in a big family, and if there was silence, something was wrong. Like I'm used to like the noise, so I will always fill the space with me talking at some point. But I kind of like the music because now I'm more comfortable with just being quiet because there are other things that are happening.
Yeah, and sometimes music is the anchor for someone to be less in their head. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like it's also like a plaything for like the monkey brain to like go have fun with while you get to like actually think about the stuff you need to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, it distracts it.
Yeah, what is like kind of like the energy to the music? Is it something like kind of chill like this, or is it more hyphy?
Would you like study to music? Did you have like study music?
I'm one of those people, I cannot study to music. I really wish, or to TV, I need dead silence.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I think I get distracted easily.
Like your mind I find if I listen to music without lyrics, I'm okay. If it has lyrics, my brain will start like following the lyrics.
There are some days where I can read a book and listen to music too, now that I think about it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's like a day where I'm feeling more grounded. Yeah, maybe just went to yoga or something. But yeah, if I'm feeling more anxious, the music, I'm like,
no music.
I'm distracted.
Yeah. So yeah, Max, I guess, try it out, some people do listen to music to study. Some people don't,
I think it's cool when people do. I wish I could do that more.
I did it once. So we give out prizes to kids, for doing things like, asking questions or doing well in school. And usually it's like a video game reward. But one of the kids asked me one time, he was like, hey, Dr. Gold, like, I don't really need any more video game rewards, but like, could you buy me like a month of Spotify? Because I really like studying to music.
Aww.
And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, dude. Yeah, dope,
I got
dude.
you.
Yeah, I got you, dude.
Yeah, we support that cause.
Yeah, support that. Yeah. I was like, cool, man. Good for you. Okay, Max, cool. Goose, how would you suggest a student with a large amount of schoolwork relax and let go, especially when they don't even realize that the stress is affecting their mental health?
Yeah, large amount of schoolwork. So break it up into tasks. Like don't have more than 3 things on your task list and just focus on that.
Yeah.
And to relax and to help your mind pivot. That's going to be personal to you. Like, what do you enjoy? What helps you feel like in a flow state? Maybe some time with your friends or talking on the phone. Like social engagement is a good way to help our nervous system relax. And so, especially when they don't realize it's affecting their mental health.
I think kids are just like so inundated with like schoolwork these days.
Yeah, I know they really are.
They're just like bombarded by everything.
Yeah, I see kids with like, these really heavy backpacks, and my heart goes out to them.
Yeah. Or I mean, sometimes they don't even have textbooks anymore because they have iPads.
Oh.
Yeah, all their things are like online now, or
Gotcha.
they don't even have a textbook.
Interesting.
Like I have so many kids I teach where I'm like, so what's the textbook? And they're like, there's no textbook. And I was like, oh.
Well, things have changed.
Yeah, things have changed. But then I'm like, well, how do we know what you're learning?
yeah. What's the direction it's going?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about this question?
Yeah.
Gio?
Well, I mean, when I would like relax and let go, I would just go home and play Call of Duty with my friends. You know?
Yeah, sometimes you need to pivot, and playing video games does help us get into a flow state.
Yeah.
So that might help, but like kind of like keep a timeline for yourself so you're not like playing too long and then losing sight of the task list.
Then it's 5 o'clock in the morning. And
Exactly.
I'm eating pizza rolls for breakfast, and it's like I haven't gone to bed yet. That's when it becomes a problem.
Exactly. Yeah, just boundaries with yourself. Energetic boundaries.
Yeah. Oh man, nice, good question there from Goose. Let's see. Oh, this is a big one. Okay. You've experienced your own challenges with self-esteem and tough times. What was the turning point in your journey that helped you embrace healing and personal growth? Ooh.
Yeah, what was the turning point? Yeah,
I think I know what the turning point is.
Yeah. For me personally, it was realizing just how much my substance use and alcohol use was really affecting me. I had a second overdose, and that was the first time I was like, okay, I need to get sober. I can't do this my way. I'm willing to surrender, and began working towards sobriety and recovery. Yeah, I was just got scared, and a lot of times, we need that gift of desperation to help us to
they call it
really
hitting
change.
rock bottom, right? You got to hit rock bottom.
And sometimes people hit multiple bottoms. You gotta recognize it's a bottom because
it just keeps going.
Yeah, the first time I overdosed was in 2014. I was like, oh, it was a fluke thing.
It was like a blip, right? You're just like, oh, oopsies.
Yeah, oopsies. But no, that's insanity.
Right. Yeah.
So
you almost died.
Exactly. Yeah. So that for me personally, that was a big part of my journey was just getting sober, realizing the self-destruction of just my use.
I think my problem is that I'm like a functional person with problems, and so when you're able to normalize things, then you're like, oh, it's not really that bad, So
I know it's tricky. Yeah, I was functional too.
Right. Yeah.
I think I felt like a spiritual rock bottom. That was it.
Okay.
Just
Spiritual.
felt like a shell of a person. I'm just can't live this way.
I see. Nice.
Yeah, because I just felt like spiritually bankrupt, just felt empty, and the drugs I was using just really had that effect.
It's like this shell. Raven says
shell.
multiple bottoms is so real. Yeah.
It really is. Yeah, so that's why
getting reminded.
the elevator only goes down.
It only goes down.
Yes, it can make changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if anyone's struggling with substance use here or alcohol use, feels like it does progress.
Yeah.
So just something to be mindful of and get support on. Yeah, because out the gate my use was problematic.
Yeah.
It was never sporadic.
it was chronic.
Yeah, it was.
What about these kids with all the nicotine stuff?
Oh man, my heart goes out.
You were kind of addicted to nicotine.
No, that was one of the few things I didn't get into.
That's one thing you didn't get into. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, I did a couple puffs here and there. I was like, I can live without it. But it's really bad because it's so concentrated.
Sure.
And when people, I've had clients withdrawing from nicotine, and it's almost like Parkinson's people are
shaking and stuff.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Damn. I think it's bad because it's so acceptable everywhere that people will go to bed with it, and then they'll wake up and be like puff puff puff, and then Whereas like with cigarettes, you at least like had to go outside.
Exactly,
and,
yeah.
It was a nuisance.
It was stanky.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But now it's like it tastes like, I don't know, bubblegum berry blast or
Exactly. No, so bad for you.
something. Yeah, don't do it because
And so part of the protocol for quitting nicotine is smoking 5% less every day.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's got to be
That's
titrated.
an exponential function. That's a math thing.
Nice.
That would be like 0.95 to the T. Oh wow. Okay, that's cool.
Plugging it in.
Yeah, I'll do that during one of my things. I'll do like teach exponential functions with nicotine usage.
There you go. Way to
Yeah, if you're
hook
going through
them
this
in.
many puffs per day,
Yeah.
how many days until you're down to under 10 puffs per day?
Exactly.
Yeah, Pen's like, yes, dude, yes. Let's bring the math in, dude.
We love math.
Well, yeah, nice connection. Yeah, Pen, I got it right too. Yeah, nice. Manifestation coaching
yes.
is all about using the power of thoughts to create positive change. How do you help someone shift from negative thinking to more positive, growth-oriented mindset?
Yeah, so we want to approach this from not a like superstitious approach, like, oh no, I'm having negative thoughts, like I can't have that, because that will just create more anxiety within us, and negative thoughts are automatic. Ants, automatic negative thoughts. We can think about like
Ants, A-N-T-S.
A-N-T-S, exactly. So a way to change that is also like changing your physiology. Like when you're in fight, flight, freeze, you're going to have more negative thoughts. So it's like getting back into your
the cortical brain going.
Exactly. Yeah. And so we can bring in a positive thought, or we actually, it's got to get to the root, which is the belief system. Like what is the belief driving the negative thought, and starting to shift that. So that's how people will experience.
What are some examples of some like beliefs that generate negative thoughts?
Yeah, so it could be in like with the trauma work, there's different categories. There's like a value category, like I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough. There's a safety category. I'm not safe, I'm not in control.
Ooh, okay.
It's not safe to show my emotions, because some people grew up where that was the truth. It wasn't acceptable, so then they learn to repress them, and then it comes out sideways in substance use, anxiety, depression.
I think with a lot of guys that's a thing, right? Guys like showing emotions is seen as weakness, right?
That's very sad, the conditioning,
right? The conditioning of that. And then some guys think that, if I show weakness, then girls will find me unattractive, because girls are like, I guess, looking for security or something, and it's just like, but I'm not secure in myself. But like you said, then it just comes out in terms of other issues, like substance abuse and whatnot. Begin
to look at like what is the tape running through your head, like what are the negative thoughts, put them on paper, so you kind of just like have a way to externalize it, and then ask yourself, like, what am I believing about myself that's driving these thoughts? So that's one way to approach it. And there's also like the spiritual piece. You can ask your angels or spirit guides like for help to like redirect your thinking, like help place it on an intuitive plane. It's like something
this
to
is where
play
church
with.
probably helps people, right? When you say like it's not me, it's like God's plan, and then that's kind of like, I guess, almost like an external manifestation.
That works for some people. Like church, religion's like a lot of dogma and like control, but you can think of it as like spirituality, connection to like the ocean, nature, energy, universal spirit, whatever works for you. The universe.
I like saying the universe.
Yeah, the
like
universe.
does
That's a safe one.
Yeah,
it's not like religion. If you can use the word God if that works for you. I use that word now. I couldn't for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I feel like God can also be like you, right? You can say like
your like highest self.
Your highest self is like God or something.
Your inner wisdom.
No.
Yeah, like relying on that.
No. It's the other part of this question.
Yes.
You talk about mixing science-based methods with mindful practices like yoga and breathing exercises. How do you find the right balance between traditional therapy and these holistic approaches when working with clients?
Yeah,
the woo-woo and the like the nerdy science stuff.
So the woo-woo stuff is really just, it's been around for just, thousands of years. It's been like tradition, and science kind of devalues the woo-woo, and the word woo-woo just itself is kind of like gaslighting it a bit. So okay,
how do you find the balance, I guess, between the traditional stuff and the new stuff?
That's gonna vary from like each client. Like, as long as there's some sort of like way you're incorporating your body, and that can be just like exercise. You know what you do at the gym, like those techniques, or like yoga, walking, swimming, and just stillness. Like when a snow globe is shaken up, when it's still, the snow starts to settle, and our thoughts can start to settle when we like move slowly, when we're still. So ways like that. And traditional therapy, I'm thinking of traditional therapy as like talk therapy, which I do.
What's the name for this again? What's it called? It's
there's so many. It's psychodynamic. There's interpersonal.
And you have a certificate in some new type of therapy now?
Somatic experiencing.
Somatic experiencing.
I don't have the certificate.
You're working on the certificate?
Yes, working on it. And then I'll have the letters SEP at the end of my name. Yay, letters.
More letters. We love the letters.
That's fun. So that I integrate a lot. So it's not just talking. It's like what is happening in the body now. We need to integrate the body to create long-standing change and shift those nervous system patterns, because there's an imprint that comes up when we're triggered by something or an association comes up.
I love how I just looked up what is somatic therapy, and like this picture is basically just everything you were talking about. It's just like grounding, body scan. I like the self hug.
Yeah, we do self hug in my session. Yes.
Is that you just hug yourself?
Yeah, it sounds, a lot of things we do sound cheesy, but when you're like paying attention to how that affects you and you're dysregulated, and it is soothing.
Oh yeah, just give yourself a hug.
Yeah, just look for 1%, 5% incremental changes, and they'll start to build. And that's what these practices do.
Yeah, point it in the right direction.
Exactly.
I think having pets also can kind of work with that too.
Oh, that's huge. Yes,
right?
Co-regulation. That's what's happening with animals.
What do you mean by co-regulation? Sorry.
So with your nervous system, if it's their survival physiology and you're petting a dog or a cat, you're riding their nervous system. That's likely a lot calmer. So then they're co-regulating. That then soothes you. And like with babies, the mother's holding the baby or the father co-regulating. The baby is riding the person's nervous system. And that's why someone, if they're feeling like really anxious and their heart's racing, a baby can start to cry because it feels like
interesting.
uncomfortable.
It can tell the stress. It's like
exactly.
Mom is stressed.
It feels if mom is stressed, I am stressed. The kid does not have a sense of self yet. It's really like they need the parent to give them that co-regulation.
I see. Okay. And I guess this is why there's some legitimacy to emotional support animals then.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, some people get ridiculous. They're like emotional support like goose or something.
It's true. Ferret.
Goose.
Gooses. They're cute though.
But I have no idea. You saw the Fern with the cat. She's been bringing her cat over more often.
I've been looking forward to meeting that cat, I have to say.
I do now. I've never owned a pet. I've never had a pet. I just had sisters. At least they didn't shit on the floor or something. But having a cat around, I'm like, I actually kind of really like this cat thing.
That cat is special.
Yeah.
Maddie is the name.
Maddie's the name of the cat.
Is she a girl?
It's a girl cat.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Yeah, she's a cute little cat. But it's funny to just have another consciousness around.
Yeah, another presence.
And another presence, and one that is the co-regulating thing kind of makes a lot of sense to me, because that cat is always so fucking chill, and then I'm like, oh, I want to be chill.
Yeah, I'm gonna absorb your chill.
Yeah, I'm gonna absorb your chill. Just such a chill cat.
Right? Not all cats are chill.
Yeah, some cats are very much. I feel like this cat was not very chill at first when it first met me, but now it's super chill. Yeah. Nice. Good to see you, 1K. Yeah. I have a photo somewhere we
Christian put a little dinosaur emoji.
Oh, I love the dinosaur. Yeah. Dino Christian. Shantrix asked, do you play any games? Playing video games? You play Stardew?
Oh man, we were just talking about this the other day. So in high school, I was obsessed with Halo.
What?
Is that still around?
It is. Yeah, Halo is definitely still around.
I loved Halo.
Wow,
I
would not
version.
have taken you to be a Halo player.
Oh,
That's
it was
crazy.
so fun. Yeah, I would play online and that was a whole hoot. I was really into The Sims too.
The Sims, yeah.
Yeah, I don't play any video games lately. No. I was like, I think I need to get a different laptop.
Or just get a Nintendo Switch or something.
Those look fun.
I feel like the classic games that adults play as they get older are more relaxing stuff,
Oh, That was fun.
not as like crazy stressful.
Okay. Animal Crossing was
Animal
fun.
Crossing, yeah, like Stardew Valley or something. Yeah, it's these types
Oh, I
of
haven't
games.
heard of that.
Oh yeah, Stardew's like it's a very popular one.
Let's see.
Yeah, Star.
That's something new I could do this year.
Yeah, something new. Yeah, hey Christian, you want to buy a Wii for Jesse?
What's the next holiday coming
Yeah,
up?
it's one of these games. Just like
Oh, that's cute.
You have like a fucking farm and stuff, and like you're,
It's like farmland on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like kind of like Animal Crossing
Yeah.
with farmland.
with farmland stuff.
Yeah. No,
It's
I
apparently
can't
really
remember
chill.
the name of that game.
It's really chill.
Okay.
Kind of nice. All right, let's see. We got another question, probably. That was all binaries. Good, we got all
Okay.
binaries. Ooh, Nick. This is Nick's question with the dreams.
Oh, yes.
I think I asked you this question, but I forgot what your answers were. My friend still.
Still.
Okay, when he says my friend, I'm pretty sure. Nick, is this you, dude? It's okay. You
This is a safe space.
It's a safe space. You can say if it's like, I'm asking for a friend, but a friend keeps having these constant dreams about a person they were with for a long time. Oh, he says it's a friend. Okay, all right. Now 11
Fair.
to 12 years later, my friend still has these constant and sometimes disturbing dreams. How do you get rid of these dreams? And my friend doesn't even think about that person yet. They keep having nonstop. Well, obviously they do. They want nothing to do with that person from the dreams, and they just want the dreams to stop.
Yeah, so I'm curious, like, what happened with this person? Was
Yeah.
it like something traumatic? There's coins falling.
Yeah.
And so it could be like if it was, let's say something traumatic happened with this person, the psyche is still trying to integrate it. So our dreams are all symbols, and so it's going to come up with associations, archetypes. Paradigm of thinking is that people in our dream represent different parts of us. So
Okay.
could be that this person represents maybe a part of him or her that they do not like.
I see.
That's a paradigm of thinking. Non-stop. Yeah, if it's nightmares, that could also be a sign of some unprocessed trauma.
Yeah. And then how would you process? I mean, yeah, how would you get rid of the dreams?
Yeah, so I don't know how to eradicate certain themes of dreams.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have my reoccurring ones
Yeah.
every now and then. When someone is stressed out, those themes are more likely going to show up in the dreams.
Yeah.
And it can be helpful to write them down and just ask yourself, like, why is this dream happening now? What
Yeah.
is the emotion in the dream? And what is your association? Just to start to process it more and have a different perspective. So it's not just kind of like looping with no new insight.
I see. Yeah. Try to like identify, maybe what are the triggers for it and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah, I'll have certain people like re-enter my dreams after like certain events have happened, and it'll just be like, whoa, wait, and now I'm like, okay, but that's the trigger for it. So it's like it's a memory thing. too.
Exactly. That's absolutely a piece of it.
Yeah, that's crazy. 11 to 12 years later, though, I don't know. But then again, I do have one friend who says that his ex like still pops in his dreams, and it must have been like 15 years at this point. I'm like, why does this person? And first of all, this person like 15 years ago is not that person anymore. Like,
That's true.
Like this, you're. I say like you're in love with a ghost at this point. Like 'cause this person doesn't exist. Like,
That's a good way of putting it.
yeah.
Yeah, dreams are, dream work is powerful. Just like being curious about the meaning of them. And like I don't even fully understand. It
Yeah.
could be like, there's hypotheses of that, just like sporadic images. But
There were-
I think there's some meaning.
There was some recent research that came out that people can now communicate to other people in dreams.
Oh, so
Breakthrough
yeah.
in REM space. Have you heard about this?
No, but yeah,
They've
tell me
exchanged it-
more.
People have successfully exchanged information through lucid dreams.
That's trippy.
what?
I dig
That
it.
is nuts. I'm
Sign
like,
me up.
sign me up. People are like worried that they're gonna advertisers are gonna start using this to like start beaming like you need to buy some Bounty. You need to buy some Clorox. Yeah. Yeah, let me see.
Well, like back in hunter-gatherer days, like people like would gather around the fire every day and share their dreams because they would give information of like warnings, and like the collective unconscious shows up in our dreams as a Jungian way of deciphering dreams.
Wait, okay, this is nuts. Okay, well, it says, participants were sleeping at their homes when their brainwaves and other polysomnographic data were tracked. When the server detected that the first participant entered a lucid dream, it generated a random word and sent it to him via earbuds. The participant repeated the word in his dream with his response captured and stored on the server. 8 minutes later, the next participant entered a lucid dream. She received the stored message from the first participant and confirmed it upon awakening, marking the first ever chat exchanged in dreams.
Well, telepathy is real, so I feel like there's an element of that.
What? This is nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, what?
Trippy.
Excuse me? People are talking to each other in dreamland?
Let's do that.
Yeah, that's
Let's
nuts.
make it happen.
Oh my god, what? Oh.
That's nifty.
That's pretty crazy. Have you ever lucid dreamed?
Oh yeah, it's been a while though.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too.
I want to do it some more. I'm sure I remember there's techniques like if you look at your hand like before sleep.
Yeah.
And that's one way.
You can drink like certain teas.
Certain tea, that's
Certain
right.
teas will
Like
do it.
chamomile.
Yeah. Penn Center says,
that
"Teach
right?
me physics in my dreams." Penn Center, you are my dream. The other big one that can get you into lucid dreaming is to set an hour beep on your watch. So every hour, your watch like beeps, right, in real life. So you get used to this habit of looking down at your wrist to see when it beeps. But in dreamland, if you look at your watch, it'll look like garbled, like whatever. So it's one of these weird things where like in dreamland we can't perceive like clocks.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't ever recall seeing a clock.
Yeah, so like certain things like just don't make sense to us in dreamland, which is I guess because dreams are inherently like a biological thing and like clocks are a man-made construct, right?
It's true, yeah.
So it is one of the things I distinctly remember one time I lucid dreamed is that I looked down at my watch and I was like, oh, I can't read my watch.
Whoa.
I must be dreaming. It's like in Inception. He has
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's like Inception. Yeah.
That's
And then
a
after that, I
sick
was like,
dream.
oh, I'm going to go fucking fly around like Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's always the move.
I want to experience flying.
Yes, flying.
Flying's
Take
great.
flight.
Yeah. Which is in itself like kind of trippy because I guess because we've never actually flown, right? So our body is like trying to imagine what flying would feel like.
It's true.
That's fucking wild. Yeah.
Dreams are trippy.
Yeah, dreams are trippy. Do you keep like a dream journal?
I used to.
Yeah. You wake up and you write down your dreams right away.
Yeah, I've done that a lot. Like when I was journaling more consistently, I like get down the dreams. I put like dreams : and like get it down.
Yeah. And you'd like analyze them afterwards or something?
I would put the meaning that I think why it's showing up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like let's try to self-analyze this.
Exactly. And then sometimes you stay away from analysis paralysis.
Oh, analysis paralysis. That's the big one. Yeah. Yeah. Don't try to take in all the data. You'll get nothing done.
Exactly.
Okay. Adarsh says, what daily habits can help someone building lasting self-confidence while keeping stress levels low? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So action's going to precede confidence. So doing things that are scary for you, like sharing in front of a class or trying something new and taking that healthy risk of not being great at it because you're learning, that's what's going to build the confidence. It's not like you will arrive and feel confident. You'll take action, and then looking back, you will have experienced yourself differently.
Yeah. Have you heard of this thing called Toastmasters? I'm gonna like keep plugging.
I don't think so.
My last AMA guest. It's like this club you go to, and you take turns like giving speeches in front of each other.
Wow, that's a great idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep plugging this thing. I need to go to one of these meetings actually, but yeah,
things like
that.
that.
It's called Toastmasters, but it inspires people to confidently communicate through regular practice and evaluation in fun and supportive clubs.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so while keeping stress low, a lot of times trying new things is going to be a little bit of stress, but it's healthy stress because you're doing something out of your comfort zone. It's like not letting that hold you back, and then the stress will settle. Yeah.
Nick says bye-bye, Jessica.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Nick.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for the dream question, Nick. Yeah, peace, dude.
Let us know how it goes.
Oh, what's up, Ethan?
Good night.
Hey, how's it going, dude? What's going on? Ethan was the one that I was talking about with had the girlfriend that I was talking about at some point. Ethan, what's going on, dude?
Yeah, I'm doing alright.
Nice, dude.
All right.
Yeah, how's your Friday? It's Friday, dude, right?
actually, my Friday was actually a lot. It was a lot better than I expected it to be.
Oh, cool. Why was your Friday a lot better, dude? What happened?
You know what I love reports in science?
Yeah, you had a lab report in science. Okay.
We did like two lab reports that were a test grade,
Uh-huh.
and I actually got I got the highest one. Along with
Nice,
the
Nice. Crushed it.
Crushed it, dude. Nice, Ethan. That speaking about lasting self-confidence, doing well in school, that's some lasting
That's a good
self-confidence.
feeling. Mm-hmm.
I got a 98.
Nice, dude.
Wow. Beast.
I'm trying to get my physics overall average. I'm trying to get my physics overall average to a 95. So it
Nice,
seems
dude.
like it's getting there.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're making those, we were talking about little 5% increases in life daily.
There you go.
You're going the right direction, Ethan. Yeah. Ethan, do you have any questions
yeah,
for? We have Jess up here. She's a special guest for our AMA podcast, and she's doing like anything like mental health related or feelings and emotions. Do you have any questions like you want to ask her?
All right. Let's see. It's not that I'm gonna speak the question up. It's like, what were you telling Jess about the girlfriend thing?
I was talking about how you came on our stream, what was it, like a couple days ago, and we hadn't seen you in a while, and you were talking about like all the things that had changed since we'd seen you, and you're like, you had a girlfriend, and then for 90 days or something, and then eventually broke up, which always happens, but your experience was something that a lot of people go through, and I was kind of like pointing out that humans aren't alone in having these unique, what we think is only happening to us. It happens to like everyone in life.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you're
but,
not alone in your pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is like, I just I'm considering if I should like go back to her.
Oh, he's considering if he should go back to her. Ooh. Okay.
But then yet again, I got other people telling me to not do so.
I tell him that like you should always trust your friends. Like if your friends see things the most clearly. If you're trying to look at it from your own situation, you're kind of not blinded by love, but like you're blinded by like emotions and stuff. And so kind of your outside friends don't have those same
Like
perceptions, right? Exactly. So they're able to like think a little bit more like clear-headed.
So like, what should I do here? I do not know what to do in this situation.
Yeah, has there been some recent contact? Has she expressed something similar? So now you're considering it? Like, how did that idea come to be?
Ooh, that's good. Yeah. How'd you come up with this idea?
I'm not the special guest here, first of all right? I am not the special guest in this thing, all right?
Yes. Yeah, but you're one of our guests at this point.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I am a guest, but not the special guest.
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean, I remember talking for like about 2 weeks from now. It's about to hit 2 weeks.
Okay.
But it's like ever since the beginning of 2025, it's like I don't know. We are on good terms. It seems. I mean, I have like she mentioned we were. It's like it was an online chat and. Last year, so she stated as to why she broke up with me. Then.
Yes. Okay. She stated why she broke up with you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it makes me believe it, but when I show it to other people, it's like nothing is changing their minds. Nothing changes their thoughts. Like they're telling me to straight up. No. They're telling me to just straight up block her. It's like no matter what I do, no matter how positive I look at it, they're always telling me the same thing.
Wow.
Nothing is working. Literally nothing.
Well, maybe that's a sign then. If I think your friends maybe see something that you don't, and for that, it's like nothing will change their mind.
They could be trying to look after you too.
Yeah.
They do not look at me not one at all. Okay. They literally, it's like they ignore me. How on earth am I? They literally neglect me.
No,
Like,
these
sometimes-
aren't your friends, Ethan, dude. These aren't your friends then.
And sometimes when we are in group projects, some people forget I'm even in their group. So like,
Oh wow.
How
What?
dare they?
How dare they, dude?
Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
and yet I'm like second place in my class, and yet they still neglect me. I honestly do not know what is
Yeah.
up in their minds.
It's okay. Yeah, you know, that's gonna happen,
it's like-
especially if you're like one of the smarter people. Like there's like a syndrome for that, right? You know, it's kind of lonely at the top.
No, it's like it's not that I'm smart. You can say hardworking, but not smart. Because
It's kind of
someone could be no. If someone could be scoring very high academic grades, but then they do not know how to do one thing in the real world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We were talking about types of intelligence.
Yeah, I was just thinking about, or it could be like social skills.
Social skills. Yeah,
Mhm.
social skills. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. So school is not the only thing that matters here. No.
That's right.
Yeah. We agree with that, Ethan. Yeah.
I mean, I would not mind reading out this message that my ex sent me. Like,
Oh,
What,
you want to
last
read it
year?
out? Yeah, read it to us. Yeah, I'm curious actually now.
Give us the tea.
Give us the tea.
hold on. All right.
I love this. We're doing it real time.
Yeah, I mean, this was like last year. I think this happened last year, 2 days after Christmas.
What? She broke up with you after Christmas, dude?
That's rough.
No,
Cruel.
no. This
cruel.
the message was sent 2 days after Christmas.
Oh, okay. The message was sent 2 days after Christmas. Okay.
But we broke up in like November, not December.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Got it. All right. What's the message? Tell us the message, Ethan. I want to know.
It says here, hey, do not read this at work. Read it later. But honestly, hey, come on, stop laughing.
No, she's
I
very
was working in the
considerate.
middle of this.
I like that she's considerate.
No, it's just like
Yeah.
like how difficult it is to when you read. Do not read.
Yeah, do not read this. Like, what? You're gonna
That's-
want to read this.
That's like, yeah, like that's so tough.
Oh, what she said though.
Yeah, honestly, curiosity takes over, so of course I have to read this. It says here, hey, do not read this at work. Read it later. But honestly, I have been thinking a lot, and I did not want to leave you. But at this moment, I thought it was the best option, even though you were really nice and thoughtful. I thought it was best to leave you, so it was not unfair to you because I wanted to do a lot for you. But I do not have the freedom to do that, and you get upset over small things, and I do not want you overthinking about why you do things for me and I cannot do things for you.
Wow.
Whole
Okay.
thing is wrong.
This is.
I
deep,
mean,
Jess.
you could say you could say she's someone knows me with the small details, being upset, and the
Mhm.
overthinking. But it's like I don't know. I mean, it seems she's legit. I mean, I would believe so.
That's a very well thought out message. I think.
Yeah, it was considerate. It was taking into consideration how her behavior affects you, and it sounds like she took herself out of the equation, not to hurt you, but if there could be discussion about how to repair that moving forward. That's
Yeah,
something.
I'm trying to even. I'm literally trying to repair it. But one thing I know about this woman, and like I know this from since like I don't even know the first month when I was with her. She
Okay.
does not like to talk about emotions. She definitely does not.
Oh, she's kind of closed off.
Now this in and of itself, this will just give me a complete headache to deal with. Like, it's like that. Let me tell you, this woman was a complete hypocrite sometimes. It's like
That does happen.
you know. Okay,
Hypocrites do
you know-
happen.
do you know what's an ultimatum?
Yes,
Mhm,
ultimatums
yes.
are a red flag. I don't like ultimatums.
No. They can be rigid.
Yeah.
Let me give you one example. There was this one night, I think in August, like 20th. Yeah, like I can remember dates, even the most painful ones, which is a curse to me.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like August 20th, around I guess like 8 to 9 p.m. This is like it went off. It was on a call once, Insta.
Uh-huh.
We were talking, and me being the person who like was not acknowledged so much and not treated really the right way in his eyes.
Yeah.
I asked her one time, why were you not giving me as much compliments as I can't remember. Some question along the line like that. Why did you not
Okay.
give me as much compliments as I want? Next thing that you know, I lit it. Like before she ends the call so unexpectedly, I literally heard her crying a little. Like I heard her crying, then she hung up the call. Which let me tell you that completely destroyed me. I'm questioning what did I do?
Well,
It
we appreciate.
literally.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh wait,
go ahead.
we
Ethan.
appreciate what? Oh no, say it.
Yeah, we appreciate your vulnerability and just like being honest about that, because like matters of the heart are very tricky and painful at times.
Okay. Yes. So then it's like I'm texting her. What did I do? And she said she felt like she wasn't good enough for me because I don't know. That same line. It's like it just can never get out of my head.
I would say
Just,
it seems like she has some things she needs to go through first.
Yeah.
you
To
know?
be honest, like she's younger than me, like slightly younger, but
Okay.
I think she still has a lot to learn. Well, definitely true.
I mean,
But,
you all do.
Yes,
I mean,
'cause-
like you
Yes,
don't really
yes,
stop
even
developing
you-
until like you're like 25. Really, that's what we learned earlier today.
but hey, you're still developing in the process, so you still have a lot to learn. That to go.
I do.
Or you
I
may
have
have
a
a
lot to
PhD.
learn.
Oh yeah, always learning.
Huh? You learn something
Oh.
every day, as they say. But
Yeah.
let's stop diverting attention. Let me focus on the main problem.
Okay, what's the main problem?
So yes, it's like she said that she felt like she was not good enough for me.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the messages off the top of my head anymore. But it's like it just really hurts her when she does things, but then I say I do not, which she does not like.
Okay.
Then like what? It's been like 13 minutes after that, and it's like I've been isolated in my room, can't even move or anything, just trying my best to at least cry, literally. Like
yeah.
I hadn't cried in such a long time, so like what? Let me at least cry this one time.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
And then she finally came back looking all normal. And by the time she came back, bro, it was by far too late. I lost control of my whole self.
Oh.
Literally. I mean, I'm seeing it as lost control of my whole self, but it's like
I see this, Ethan. I see this as you're a little
Confused. Like your emotions are like confused and like what to think about things. And when things are confusing, they're not necessarily, I think, like right for you at that point. Like if things were clear and you could tell and you could like talk to each other about emotions without, again, these situations, that's the type of person you want to be with.
yeah, but let me continue. So yes,
Okay.
I lost control of myself, saying that onto how like I ruined her day. She said I did not, but
Okay.
me being the out of control person I am, of course I disagree with that. Saying how I would never be forgiven, and I would say some ridiculous, like some out of control things like never will I be forgiven by Jesus, or I'm the worst boyfriend
okay.
ever, I deserve to go to hell. All those kind of lines I said because I
boy.
was all out of control.
yeah.
And
Well-
the entire time she was trying to calm me down. Literally nothing was working any at all. Like
Yeah.
she told me that she loved me and forgave me,
Aw.
and she said it was nothing. She had was already over what happened, but to me, no, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So then it's like she said this how you listened to me when I was up, please let me listen to you. One thing in my life I've never really been listened to any at all. Like no one in my life, not even my
Listening
parents
is
would
a very
listen to me.
important thing, Ethan. Yeah, that's a skill that
But
takes a
listen.
while to learn.
No, but
says,
the
like,
thing is,
listen
it's
right
like, yeah, but when I respond, I'm like, I do not deserve to be listened to. This is when she starts to snap out, telling me to stop and tell her what's wrong.
Uh-huh.
So and then she says that I said that I wanted to just talk to someone in life, but I just did not even want to talk anymore. She then says like, then talk to me. I am right here, willing to listen to you. And then it's like, out of literally nowhere, she starts to call me while I'm trying
Okay.
to cry.
Okay.
And I honestly do not know what you think of this so far, but let me tell you, like she kept calling and calling and calling, and I kept declining and declining and declining. And
This sounds like Ethan. This happens so much with
Yes.
people. Yeah. If Zach is still in the chat, dude, remember that time Zach would keep calling Amy?
Oh,
He
I
just-
remember that.
He just kept
Yeah.
calling.
It's really tough to have effective communication when your nervous system is hijacked in both of those in that situation, both of you, there's too much survival physiology, there's fight and flight, and it's just, emotional roller coasters get intertwined.
Yeah. So it's totally normal that, you couldn't really express yourself or figure things out when you were in this state, Ethan.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take space and just process and just
Yeah.
identify like what
Yeah,
you're
but
even feeling.
no. This was no. This is where I'm completely contradicting that idea. Like, you would not believe that the thing that she literally had done to me.
Yeah.
Like-
What you do?
Like, after some calls go by, I'm literally texting in caps to please stop with the calling because I literally do not want to talk.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, and she tells me to stop declining, and I'm literally emphasizing the please stop with this. It's like this. It's like I'm hearing voices inside. It's like I kind of think of myself as hearing voices inside my head to please stop with this nightmare. Just let me be
wow.
alone.
Yeah, sometimes you need space
And-
to just like
Yeah,
get
well, at this
And
point,
the-
this is why I would just put the phone down, Ethan. That's the one way to make sure
I
that
should have done that. I should
what
have
you
done
should've-
that.
you should- yeah,
I
just turn the
slipped-
phone off.
Look, I said I was going to go to sleep, but she told me, please don't sleep yet. Talk to me. I should have just put the phone on the side of my bed and be left.
you should have just turned
I
your phone
literally.
off. Yeah, literally turn your phone off, Ethan.
Nah.
and as
Then
you
I
say
see.
this,
Then I see.
What were you
Yeah.
gonna say?
Continue.
Yeah, Jess, what were you gonna say?
So
as you say this out loud now, does getting back together still seem like a good idea? Is this
Mhm.
repairable?
Yeah. Does this sound like the
I
type
don't
of person
know.
you want to still be with? Like hearing yourself say this out loud.
like she has sad personal times, so I mean I feel bad for her. So of course I will
Bad for her. Yeah.
want to
I
go.
don't
back
think
to-
you should be in relationships
But
with
yeah.
people because you feel bad for them.
Yeah, if that's
Hey,
the
come on,
main
come on.
motive, then
Yeah, that's
Show
that's
some
a bad thing.
sympathy. Show some sympathy. All right. But
Yeah.
just let me. I'm getting clear near to the end of this.
Okay. All right.
So when I'm telling her I do not want to talk, I told her that it's like. I told her that she had like some big role at her school while I had absolutely nothing. Like
Uh huh.
because I compare myself. That's the way I could say it.
Yeah. That's what
However, this is where it's like I've never done this to anyone, I think.
Okay.
But this is what she said. Ethan, if you do not talk to me, then that means you want to break up.
Oh, that's an ultimatum.
yeah.
Do you see what that's the ultimatum? I'm like, what? No. And at the time, since this was my first time, it's like in my mind for some reason I did not want to have an ex at all in my life.
Mm. Yeah. So
And,
yeah,
well-
if people are, again, this is just like problematic looking behavior. If partners are putting up ultimatums to try to get you to do things, which we were talking about earlier, right? If people are trying to get you to do things out of fear, right? Then there are some ulterior motives, and they're not motives in your best interest.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what was I just saying before we diverse off of that just now?
I forgot.
She texted you saying if you don't respond, that means you want to break up.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so at the time I said I did not want an ex, so I'm like, please just do not do this. And then she just said like, please
You're
talk
being
to
held
me.
hostage.
And then I
Oh, no.
And then I'm just like, and then she's like, then please talk to me. And then I'm like, but I cannot, I hurt you too much. And she said,
Uh-huh.
then that means you want an ex.
You want an
and
X? Is that
she
what
called
you're
me-
saying? You want an X? Is that what she said?
Yes.
Oh, she's trying to
And
get
I-
a reaction.
Oh, yeah. That's this girl's been. You were saying earlier, Ethan, that like your friends were warning you that this girl was manipulative. This is like textbook
That's
manipulation.
that's manipulation.
This is manipulative
Mhm.
behavior. And I think this is
I don't
probably
think-
why your friends are saying don't get back with her no matter what you show them, because they've already seen the manipulation from her point of view, and it's you can't get over that. It's just that's like really troublesome.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, I can see that, but moving on. She called me one last time.
Uh-huh.
I just accepted it because at this point I'm not taking a breakup, and it's like still being out of control. I just kept talking and talking and talking just so that I could not hear her voice saying like, "Oh, I'm a terrible person."
Bro, what is this nightmare you're living, dude? What?
I don't know. And then woman decides to try and bring back old lines saying onto how I'm such a sweet guy and I did something nice for my friend once since we've been friends for a year. It's like, huh?
She's trying to butter you up, dude.
Well, that was not working on me. One thing I gotta tell you, words and emotions have absolutely no effect on me. They will not work no matter what you try to do.
Oh, okay. You're like,
so
man,
so whatever she tried to do, it would have never worked.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like, what do you think? That whole situation.
What do you think, Jess?
No, it seems like both parties at some point like lost respect for one another, and if she's feeling a lot of fear, which is leading to the controlling behaviors.
That's problematic, Ethan. Yeah, I think bad news.
It's just like, is someone aware of how they behave in fear, like, you know, and can try to behave differently.
Yeah. I would move past things, Ethan. I would hope maybe from this discussion and you like hearing yourself out loud that, and we talked about this last time, right? There's a million billion people out there. You know, it's okay to.
Yeah, but
what?
Yeah. Like, what do you think? Okay, when I told that same situation to my cousins, they thought what she did was the right thing to do.
Oh.
The ultimatum. What do you two think?
No, I don't think ultimatums are bad.
No, because that's just puts someone in. It's gonna place someone in a defensive position automatically, because that could be like not even where your head's at. But it's not effective communication, that's for sure. And you can just explore like, what is the motivation to getting back together? Are you feeling lonely? Do you believe you can not find someone better, or is you just being honest with yourself?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So I'm questioning. It's like I'm questioning these two right now. It's like, how could they think that giving me a threat? I mean, like, I searched it up. It literally said an ultimatum is a threat, not physical harm like that. But
yeah.
How come they say that's the right thing?
Threats are not the right thing.
Well, that's their opinion.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, using discernment of what resonates.
Well, to be honest, it's like I shifted my mind all the way into their opinion. I gotta get my mind out of that. Look, my cousins like to simple themselves. Man, they like to act stupid and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can't choose your family.
But look, and you know, I gotta tell you, the other times, like, there were times before this that I made her cry, but for some reasons.
Okay.
The thing is that I tried to text her, but she just literally pushes me away or ignores me straight up. Like, there is literally nothing I can do.
And maybe, take a hint.
Or take some space for now.
Yeah, take some space. Take some space, Ethan.
But do you know the difference between what happened there? Like, do you know the difference between if I hurt her and she hurting me?
What's the difference?
Like, who got the alone time and who got literally like threatened into, like, who got alone time and who got forced into doing something?
You got forced.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
And when I confront her the next day about it, I'm asking her, why did you not just leave me alone? She said she did not want to for some reason. What? What's funny?
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. All right, Ethan, I gotta go. We gotta do a lot of questions for the rest of this, but I hope that helped you. Yeah, with maybe get some clarity on it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, do you mind me asking an AMA question then? I mean,
yeah. Submit it.
To this.
Yeah, submit it to the text thing, and we'll go through it.
Where is it?
You know the channel already. You know the channel where it's at, dude. It's the.
I forgot everything. Come on, man. I haven't been here for a long time.
One sec. Let me get you the link. One sec. I'll get you the link. And then Ethan. There you go. That's the link. Submit it there. And we'll go through it.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. We only got like a couple more left. Let's do this. Oh, actually, that was the last one. Oh, but then we have more in here because some people did submit them late in the show. Okay. Laz says, what advice or strategies would you give someone who struggles to just start doing things?
Ooh, so procrastination. Sounds
Procrastination.
Like
I'm terrible with
avoidance.
this. Terrible with procrastination.
Yeah, so procrastination is a protective strategy. It could be like I'm doing something that's new and don't know what I'm in for. Even positive change feels dysregulating to our nervous system. So the avoidance, like asking yourself, am I worried of doing it wrong? Am I worried that it's gonna,
Failure. Fear of failure.
Exactly.
Fail forward.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
I like that. Yeah, fail forward.
Yeah, fail forward.
Keep fucking up.
Yeah.
You'll get there somewhere.
And so I think it's just acknowledging that I'm avoiding something right now, and with physiology there's a freeze response with it. And so to get out of a freeze response, it's going to require some gentle movement, the Roux sound. There you go, like Roux. There we go. It's a vagus nerve exercise that helps people feel better. So a lot of times you might just need to do something before you tackle this action item that maybe that's being avoided. So just kind of mapping it out and asking yourself, like, what's the fear in doing it? And is it something that you really want to do? Or is it like kind of like pressure?
Yeah. Like, do you feel like your parents like forcing you to do it? Or I don't know. At the beginning when I was into exercise and stuff, I had to force myself because I'm like, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to exercise. I don't want to run.
Yeah, like getting to the gym is the hardest part.
It's They have studies where like every mile the gym is away, like drops the chance that you'll go by like a factor of 2.
Oh yeah, I fully believe that.
You got to be close.
So acknowledging the feelings, booing, movement, some like square breathing. I'm a big fan of square breathing.
Is that the box breathing thing?
Yeah, box breathing.
Box breathing,
or alternate
cube
nostril.
breathing.
Cube breathing.
Cube breathing.
There's the math plug for you.
All right, let's see. 1K said, today I experienced a lot of pressure on myself and it's still kind of the back of my head. I just keep on remembering the event. How do I clear my mind from it and get back to doing what I usually do? Okay.
So the closer you are to something, it's still gonna probably be like a little raw and feel like there's some residue there. But okay, again, Roux sounds, like using your body, really getting in the habit of moving in some way to change your thoughts, and it's gonna take action. And like, what feels unresolved about the event in the back of your head? Like, what are you worried about? Talk to people about it so it has a place to process. And the automatic thoughts just might come up, and it's a practice of like pivoting. If you're just thinking, like feel heavy in your chair, like get in the habit of checking in. Have you been bracing a lot? Have your shoulders been up?
Oh, I'm the worst.
Ears?
I have so much tension in my shoulders all the time.
Yeah, so bracing patterns. Like, are you tightening your toes, your tush, your shoulders, and start loosening the body, because that will affect your thoughts. And a lot of pressure on myself. What are you what are you needing to do? That's
like these kids have like so many things that they're
I
supposed
can
to do.
imagine.
They're just like,
it's just endless. That's why I did terrible in high school. I was like, this is all overwhelming.
You're taking like 6 classes, and it's just ridiculous. There's too much going on.
Yeah, just break it down into bite sizes. If you have a handwritten task list, no more than 3 things at a time.
I like that. I like the 3.
Yeah, and do a check mark, because we get a little dopamine hit.
Yeah, you're like, I did it.
I did it. There we go.
Yes, good job. And I think Ethan's was kind of
my question.
Yeah, Ethan. Yeah, so yours. Here it is. What's the most important piece of advice you would give to someone who's feeling stuck or overwhelmed but unsure where to start making a change?
Yeah, so first it's like the stabilization tools. So can you have feeling grounded? Can you take in where you are? Like, look at the textures, colors, like really just the theme of everything I'm saying today is just slowing down. So your nervous system has a chance to settle, which it takes about 20 to 30 minutes depending on like the level of stress that you've been feeling. So you got to kind of hang on to your seat until your nervous system can feel safe again. And so that's a grounding, orienting, gentle movement, self-contact. You can have your hand behind the neck. This is a soothing place. Like when you think of babies, like you hold them behind.
You support them by their neck. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like really developmental related, and it's soothing for us to like really hold places of contact and breathe slowly, like things you can do with your person. You don't need to like get up and do something, and that will start to give you some momentum, especially if you're feeling stuck. The nervous system feels like it's unsafe, so it's going to stay in a freeze response and play possum because it needs to conserve resources.
Yeah. Nice. That help you, Ethan? Yeah. I'm assuming yes.
Yeah, they seem like kind of like go ahead. They seem like silly kind of like tools, but the more you use them, the more they really do help. Like I've noticed it's the somatic work. I wish I learned this sooner, not just specialized training. It's really profound, and just helping you feel like you're at a relaxed readiness rather than hypervigilant or stuck.
Slow down. Slow down. Gas pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
That's a classic. Yeah. And I think also a big thing is not getting too hyper fixated or worried that it's not happening quick enough. That like you're not calming down fast enough. Like, because that in itself it's like trying to watch water boil. Like it just makes things worse.
It's true. Yeah. If I'm feeling like particularly stressed out, I need to watch a show for like 20 minutes. I just know like that's what works for me. I just gotta watch something.
What shows do you watch?
Oh, it's just nonsense reality shows, to be honest.
You watch Love Island?
I can't get into Love Island, to be honest. Yeah, I watch like Real Housewives.
Okay.
I'm watching White Lotus right now.
Ooh, White Lotus is good.
So good.
I haven't watched the latest episode.
Oh yeah.
Did you like Severance? Have you watched Severance?
I haven't seen Severance.
You should go see Severance.
Okay.
You would like Severance because it's kind of like a psycho thriller.
Ooh, is it scary?
No, it's not really scary.
Okay, because I don't do well with scary.
It's like it's a very psychological film about people in corporate life and like having to separate their corporate life from their real life.
That's the thing. Yeah, the corporate culture.
You probably deal with a lot of like corporate people, like
burnt out in the Matrix. Yeah, just rinse and repeat, lose connection to joy.
Get grinded down by the corporate cog.
No, there's other options.
Yeah, you can still live life and enjoy it.
It's true. Someone mentioned a while ago.
What's up, Ethan?
I've been thinking about it.
Oh, he's been thinking about it. What's up?
Not about the situation that you told me. It's about something different.
Okay, what's up?
It's like, I think back in the years when I was dominating in chess.
When you're really good at chess, yeah.
It's like, what would you do if like there were cheaters?
What would you do if there were cheaters and you were playing chess? Because what, Ethan?
Because it's like I honestly do not know how you would handle them. How would you do it?
Oh, I mean, cheaters happen all the time. I mean, I play video games and like you have hackers and stuff.
Oh yeah, people can cheat in chess. I didn't know this.
Oh well, they can like use a computer and stuff.
Yeah, they can use what
I'm thinking. It's they can use what's called
Stockfish.
Yeah, Stockfish is an algorithm.
Personality.
Yeah, well, unless they have those weird like vibrating things on them.
Well, that's just bad juju on their end.
Yeah, what I would say, Ethan, like anytime I encounter like hackers or cheaters and stuff, I always say like how sad must their life be that like they have enjoyment out of doing this, It's like don't let someone else's sadness and whatever mental problems like cause sadness in yourself, I guess.
Yeah, having that separation.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thanks for the follow. No, Jiro. Yeah, it's like not getting worked up about it.
Yeah, what would you do? What would you do with people if they were using an engine?
Oh, I would just stop.
Or any kind of cheat.
Yeah, I would just stop.
Yeah, remove yourself.
Yeah, remove yourself from the situation. Yeah, just be like, well, I don't need to play with these people. Also, I mean, I'm in dire need of help with my particle statics homework. Can anyone help?
That's your department.
That's my department. Yeah, come by on Monday. Our Monday through
Monday plug.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday streams are for math help.
Nice.
But yeah, actually, no, Jiro. there's our streaming calendar if you want to see it. And then also, here's a list of other really fun streamers we work with.
Do you
on
remember
Twitch.
tutoring me back in the day?
Holy shit, did I tutor you?
Yeah, when I was at UCLA summer school.
Oh my god.
I remember. I was taking.
What did I tutor you in?
What was I? I was taking pre-calc.
Oh really?
It was
Okay.
next level at UCLA.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man. I had to drop it. It's
Oh really? Oh no.
okay.
It always makes me kind of sad if I'm tutoring a student and then they end up having to drop the
No,
class.
I didn't have a solid foundation. That was my bad.
Okay. It's just like my bad. My bad.
But I remember you were very helpful.
Oh, appreciate that.
It's due in an hour. No.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
When people always get to this, I'm like, how did you get yourself to this situation? You know?
Yeah, just what can
Right.
you do better next time?
Yeah, next time. Yeah, maybe like take the L on this one, but in the future be like, okay, I need to go get help a week before it's due,
Exactly.
rather
Yeah.
than an hour before. But I get it. This is probably like the desperation point where you're like, I'm just looking for something that'll work. I would say, maybe check out some ChatGPT. Knows you.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I use it more and more now. I'm finding myself to like see the process of how things work, and then I can just work out the numbers.
There you go.
Hey, Dr. Girl.
What's up,
I
Ethan?
got something in the chat for you. I got something in the Twitch chat.
You got something in the Twitch chat for me. What are you gonna send me? Let me see. Oh, nice. Got some coins. Good job, Ethan. Good job, Ethan. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
a while since you've been here.
That's it.
Use DeepSeek.
Yeah.
Pure desperation. I went on Twitch and searched physics tutor, hoping there was a random. I am a physics tutor, by the way. No Zero.
Yeah, the goat.
Yeah, I'm apparently the physics goat according to Penn Center.
That's dope.
But that's my streams
Yeah,
on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. This is our AMA stream where we talk about fun random topics with special guests. So save our channel for next week when you have questions about that. I can totally help you with like statics. Yeah, I do a lot of it.
Statics.
What's up, Ethan? What were you saying?
So yeah, at the end of this AMA podcast, would you like choose the best question, right? I mean,
Yeah.
my memory's not that best, but I think that's what I remember.
We do. We are going to do that. Yeah, we're going to end the stream pretty soon here, and then we're going to have Jess select the best question. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's where everyone starts to like try to jockey points for things. So they're just like, well, I think my question was the best. Okay. I think we've been going on for a while. Oh wow, almost two. This is
It always flies by. It's
right?
wild.
This is the sign that like you're having a good time.
Yeah,
and it's
lifting
not
and
working.
shifting.
Yeah, I hope the chair was at least.
Oh no, I'm
better for you
chilling.
this time.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Was it a stool?
It was a stool.
It's coming back to me now.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I had you on a stool for like 2 hours. I was like, oh my god, that's so bad. I at least got you a chair this time.
Hilarious.
Okay.
I'm chilling.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna end the stream pretty soon here, but before we do, we're gonna have you decide which question you thought was the best.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going back to. I like Justin's question.
You like Justin's? Yeah, the one with the human takes so much before breaking.
Yeah, because it's such a key point in general, just for our day to day. Like, what is our check engine like getting in the prevention business, like ways to slow down, get to know ourselves.
I think
and
that's
our patterns.
it's been a great theme that you've kind of reiterated on this stream. Has been the like take some time to chill, be still, and ground.
And a part of you might feel like it's not safe to slow down, and then it's like working with that part is part of the process as well.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. Congratulations, Justin. You won. Dopamine sound.
That was great.
That's dope.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's give it another big round of applause to Jess. Thank you so much for coming out.
It's a pleasure.
Your 1 year anniversary.
Yeah,
Right here on the stream.
yeah.
We'll have to do it again in another year.
In another year. That's
Yeah.
right. Keep the tradition
The
up.
tradition up. Yeah. Exactly.
I
Yeah.
like the emojis in the chat.
I know they're fun too.
Hey.
All right. Awesome. Well, yes.
Oh,
This was super fun.
it was super fun.
I had a great
I
time.
appreciate you, Gio.
Oh, I appreciate you
and
too, Jess.
you're creating this community. You guys are lifting and shifting together.
Yeah. And then
And-
all the
And we're
viewers,
learning
too.
together.
And we're all learning
We're
together
learning
too,
together.
Ethan.
That's right.
You're so right, Ethan.
But
Yeah.
But Dr.
What's up?
Can I also explain my current situation? It's like with me working as well and
Yeah.
lots of schoolwork. I do not think I can actually play games with you
That's
anymore.
okay.
I mean,
It's okay.
it's like if
At
you were
least
to
come
do
by
it
so we
on
can
like a
help you with your
Sunday,
homework. That's what I'd say. At least come by so we can help you with your homework. like no Hojiro, so we
mean,
can help you with your physics homework.
Yeah, that's the goal. It's like I could send physics homework, but I will never be able to join the stream unless it's if I have a day off at work.
Okay. Well, make sure to, work isn't everything. So if school's getting difficult, maybe take a day or two off work to make sure you can do well.
Yeah,
at school.
mental health day.
Mental health day.
Mhm.
Big supporters. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming by to the podcast. We had a fun time with you guys. Our next stream will be on Monday. That's gonna be at 3 o'clock Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. So come by here on the Twitch, and we'll help you out. And yeah, no Hijiro. Another thing, yeah, if you ever want to like submit homework questions to our Discord, there's the link. Join our Discord. You can post your screenshot there, and sometimes I'm up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'll just write a solution out for you to help explain it to you. Yeah, so yes, we are going to do a raid. So
How
yeah,
supportive. What's a raid?
so a raid is like we're going to take everyone that's from our stream and we're going to go like find another stream to like go send people to.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so these are like the people we follow and whatnot.
So the party goes on?
The party goes on, yeah. Moohoodles is doing a space and astrobiology news. It looks like Merryweather's doing a homemade capacitor. You increase the emoji limit just for you, Reki. That's what I did. And then Science is doing something with woolly mice and stuff. Okay, cool. Let's go say I haven't said hi to Moohoodles in a while. Well, we'll just go say hi to her. She's a fun girl. She's the astronomer actually. She's an astronomer
There
person.
we go.
Yeah, there we
Bring
go. We
those
can start.
questions over.
We can talk about some astrology with the astronomy girl. Okay, awesome. All right, thanks again everyone for coming by.
Thank you, everyone.
Big thanks to Jess, and we will see you guys on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great, wonderful Friday.